Let's not forget the Epstein list either. Oh, dude, there's nothing that's going to happen with Epstein.
Trump promised to release it. That was his big thing. Does he acknowledge whose fault it is?
The reason why? Because basically there isn't enough evidence.
You want to know why there's not enough evidence? The same reason why there wasn't enough evidence in the Mueller investigation. Because he keeps obstructing things.
Racial disparities in crime are better understood through the lens of concentrated poverty rather than race.
None of that stuff makes you steal makeup from a CVS.
Asmongold is more aggressive against black people who steal makeup than white people in the Epstein list. Why are black people stealing makeup?
Different ethnic groups and different age brackets commit crime at much different rates.
Why do they do that, Asmongold? This is the common dog whistle. Bring up something without explaining it because he wants to communicate that it's because they're brown.
At Harvard specifically, there are legacy admissions, donor preferences that disproportionately benefit white students.
Disproportionately benefiting white students, that doesn't make it bad.
So then how come DEI is bad if it disproportionately helps black people, like you say? What's the difference? Asmongold hates black people and loves pedophiles. Alright guys, Asmongold responded to the Birdman's video, but before, this is the fourth video in this saga, but you know what? Hey, let's have fun. Before I do that, I want to watch this clip though of apparently Asmongold sweeping for Epstein, or rather Trump's association with Epstein or whatever, but we'll take a look. Maybe I'm misinformed on it. Before we take a look, just so you guys know, $2 a month Small Gut membership gives you access to the live streams after I get offline, and access to the members-only Discord. For $5 a month, the Medium Gut, you get access to pre-release content. I still have to get the script memorized. Pre-release content and members-only, like, exclusive content. So, take a gander. Anyway, enough self-promoting. I already feel ashamed of myself as it is. Let's see what we got here with Asmongold over here.
And let's not forget the Epstein list either. Oh, dude, there's nothing that's going to happen with Epstein.
Yeah, why?
I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. No, you're not. It's because Trump won't release it.
I know a lot of you guys want to...
Whose fault is it?
Like, get angry about this.
Yeah, I am. Why wouldn't we be angry about the Predator list that was promised to us? Trump promised to release it. That was his big thing. Hey, I'm going to release the Predator list of all the guys that molested kids and women on Epstein's island. And then he got elected, and then he did his best to block it. We know he's on the list, and he was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein for 15 years. He obviously knew what was going on. He's probably not releasing it because he's on there. And he told Marjorie Taylor Greene he can't release it because people at Mar-a-Lago would get harmed. So whose fault is it? Does he acknowledge whose fault it is?
Or like say that, oh, there needs to be accountability for the Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
No, there's not going to be. There's not going to be any accountability for that.
He's not going to blame Trump for this.
The reason why is because
Donald Trump.
Because basically there isn't enough evidence.
Boom, there it is. Was so weird. Didn't Ghislaine Maxwell lose the case? Oh, also Trump wished her luck. That was the groom helper. That was Epstein's, helper and wife. She helped him sex traffic and groom and rape girls. There's not enough evidence. Sorry, I kind of swore the lawsuit was... I'm pretty sure the lawsuit showed that there was a lot of evidence. That's why these people are getting... Well, some people are getting punished, right?
That's really what it comes down to. Like,
wow.
There just isn't enough evidence.
Wow.
There is...
You want to know why there's not enough evidence? The same reason why there wasn't enough evidence in the Mueller investigation. Because Trump kept blocking things from happening. That's what Mueller said. He's like, yeah, it seems like there's obstruction from the Trump administration, so we don't have enough evidence because he keeps obstructing things. Yeah. Wow. Who would have thought he would have done the same exact fucking thing when it came to the Russia situation?
No evidence that I've seen inside of the Epstein files that have been released that can criminally convict any person of any sort of big crime.
Oh my God. I think that this is it. I think that he's full slot brained. Hey guys, Trump released heavily redacted information that doesn't implicate him because he's probably in the list for being a pedophile rapist. Yeah, I haven't seen evidence based on what's been released. Oh wow, who's releasing it? Oh, Trump is releasing it in a curated fashion so he doesn't implicate himself. Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen it. My eyes are closed. Yeah, some guy gave me sunglasses that I just can't see out of. I guess the world doesn't exist anymore. Oh.
Like I don't know. Let's say it's a random. Let's say it's a random person.
A random person. I can't see.
There's video evidence. Well, I haven't seen it. Right.
I haven't seen it, so it doesn't exist. And by the way, he hasn't mentioned Trump a single time yet.
I haven't seen any of this.
I haven't seen it.
So, and want missing. Yeah, it's all redacted. That's wrong. The info is redacted. Well, if the info is redacted, then I haven't seen it.
Good job, Asmongold. You're doing great.
Do you understand the logic there?
Yeah, I think I do. You are okay with rape. We got rape tone and rape-mangold now. Like, Asmon rape? Which one is it? Well, that's not fair because he's not a rapist. Asmon okay with rape. Does that roll off the tongue? Does that one roll off the tongue here? I don't think so.
So, like I said, everything that I've seen doesn't point to that.
Everything I've seen, guys, I can't. Guys, did you know that there's no such thing as a sun? I can't see it right now. I'm in my basement. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, the sun doesn't exist. I'm a baby. I'm a baby. If it's not in front of me, it doesn't exist anymore. Oh wait, he's great. This makes sense. He's a goldfish. Asmon goldfish. 5 seconds go by. Everything, like he doesn't realize things exist that are 5 seconds behind. He probably walks outside and goes, "What the fuck is that up? Oh my god, the sun!" And he melts. Incredible.
So if it's redacted, then I wouldn't be talking
Rape-mangold apologist. What the fuck?
about the stuff that's redacted logically, right?
Yeah, logically. I'm actually a logical guy.
Because then I would have seen it. You see how are we putting these together, right?
Bro, he's got to be paid. He's got to be getting $7,000 a day or something. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. This guy's a fucking freak. What the fuck is going on? He's just like totally sweeping for rape right now.
Are we?
He hasn't mentioned Trump a single time as to why nothing's being released. It has to be intentional. There's no way someone could be this fucking stupid. This is insane.
Putting two on top of two here. And so anyway, without Epstein, I doubt there'd be any hard evidence. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Dude, like everything's redacted that was released. What a loser.
But isn't there a whole lot more they released also? In my opinion, I think they altered the files multiple times. I think multiple
this way. Oh, hold on.
administrations and multiple parties altered the files.
That makes perfect sense because isn't Bill Clinton all over it? So the Democrats obviously altered it to make him look worse. Wait a minute. I'm getting confused. I thought the Democrats would have stuck together. Why are the Democrats going out of their way to harm Bill Clinton? Wait. Oh, this is a lie. This is just he's making it up. He's sweeping for Trump. He's sweeping for Trump. I'm being logical right now. Logically speaking, rape is okay if I can't see it. Guys, you remember that? Actually, you know what's, wow, that was a whistle. You know what's so funny? I had this like kind of take the other day because Asmongold loves to talk about how black people are so violent. And then I talked about how like white people's violence is like a sneeze because you just can't see it. It's like we give all our money to other countries to like bomb other countries and like take over their resources and like imperialize everybody, but that's not like violence to us. And like that's okay. So it's like it's okay as long as I don't see it. And what's happening now? Rape is okay with Asmongold as long as he doesn't see it. That's it.
And we're never going to get any justice or any information out of it.
Wow,
and I think the real reality, and this is something that a lot of people don't want to admit, is
let's hear
that inside of what's publicly available.
Ugh.
I'm talking about publicly available, not what you have imagined.
You mean what's not being released?
Not a prediction. Not a.
He's just a logical guy.
Like an accounting, but like actual evidence that exists.
Yeah.
Nobody can go to jail. Like it.
Well, no, they can. They just are protecting pedophiles. I don't understand. What is evidence to this guy? What is evidence to this guy? So there's not enough evidence to prove systemic racism in his logic. There's also not enough evidence to prove that there were rapists and pedophiles on the island. Okay. But, okay. Yeah, it's true. True.
If this is a random citizen.
I think he does have the brain of a toddler. That's why it's obviously fucking raped by Trump. Like, what the fuck is going on here? This is insane. This is ridiculous, dude. This is fucking insane.
Was like accused of X, Y, and Z thing.
Ugh.
And then they showed these photos. This random citizen would not be put in jail.
I think Asmongold must have bought pictures from the Epstein Island or something. I can't imagine why he's sweeping this hard.
Criminal trial.
I don't understand why this guy's sweeping this hard.
Over the evidence that exists. It's just a fact.
A fact.
Like, I'm sorry,
True.
It's just a fact.
I'm so sorry, it's just a fact.
It's only, Jizz and fucking...
Jizz Lane? Is that where you visited? Is that where you were jizzing all over looking at young people? I don't understand.
Jeffrey Epstein are the only two that they have dead to rights.
Whoa.
Like, they don't have anybody...
One of them actually is dead, so...
else dead to rights. Not Bill Clinton, not Donald Trump.
Right, but you just said that the Democrats or the different parties were manipulating the evidence, so why would they manipulate the evidence to show more information on Bill Clinton?
Not George Bush Sr., not fucking, anybody else. It's just not there. And so they release them in such a way that it'll permanently upset the public. Well, I mean, I don't think it really matters anymore.
Wow.
I mean, like, there are some people that are mad about it, but that's it.
Good sweeping. Good sweeping. Asmon, does Rapesmangold apologist, does that flow off the tongue? Is that good? Rapesmangold apologist? How do we deal with that one? Does that work out really well for us? I don't know. Maybe. Time for the Asmongold to react to Birdman. I'm sure this will go great. So let's get it going. I'm gonna have the entire saga in the description, so you can watch all of it. It's just gonna be in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
Let me see.
Lord
Here we go.
Lord of the Fleas.
Exposing the grift. Asmongold doesn't understand DEI and affirmative action.
So true. I mean, that's just stating facts, right?
Uh-oh. This will be
Uh-oh.
good. Round 2. Yes. Well, it's a shorter video.
Lord of the Fleas has blessed us with yet another shit take on
Lord of
Twitter,
the Fleas.
this time alleging that black people benefit from systematic racism.
Correct.
We're going to debunk this nonsensical claim.
Thank God.
And this time, I'll try to be...
Well, it doesn't really matter. We just watched Asmongold sweep for fucking Epstein, so I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, sorry, he swept for Trump. Because, you know, it's his best friend.
as brief as I can for old double-digit IQ here, because my last video was too long for him.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit around and react to a fucking video that's an hour and a half long.
Why? Like, honestly, why? Like, this, all you do is watch Twitter all day for like 8 hours a day on. That's all you do. Like, he barely plays video games anymore. He just watches Twitter. So he rather, like, you rather clip farm like 15 different videos where you react to like 5-minute segments and make them like 20 minutes instead of somebody giving like reasonable criticism. That does, like, okay, cool, got it.
It's too long. Yeah, it is.
Why? Why is it too long?
It's too long.
Guys, wait until you find out how hard it is to actually make your own content. Has been called. I can't do it. I gotta watch this whole video, bro. You put a video game on and fucking react to the goddamn video. It's not like you have to really watch it anyway. Like, look, guys, you know what I mean? Like, you're not really paying attention anyway, so you might as well just toss a video on and just fucking go to town. What?
So I'll have to re-explain the start-stop buttons for you, Zach, because you were too pussy to respond to my previous video where I cooked your monkey ass for over an hour. You know, the one where your excuse for ducking me was, an hour is too long for me to grift. That's like...
Yeah, it is, because the viewers are going to...
You didn't even contest the grift part.
Get bored. It takes too long.
No, they won't. If you, like, what you're saying is that you're boring. Like, if you're saying that your viewers are going to get too bored of you watching, like, an hour-long video, what you're saying is that you're fucking boring, dude. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, my viewers can sit through videos that are longer, right? I understand I'm not the size of Asmongold. Twice the size, dude. Boom. Maybe even 3 times the size, but we got a good amount. I got to get one of those scales that gives muscle mass. But anyway, like, people will sit through longer videos. They literally will. It's ridiculous. I put out a 6-hour-long quartering video the other day, and for my views, it actually did pretty well. It's at 11K right now. Like, people will watch longer stuff as long as they feel like it's entertaining. This video is 2 hours. Like, again, like, if I was a larger creator, my longer videos simply wouldn't do worse. This one's fucking almost 3 hours. It's at 13K. For me, this is good. Asmongold wouldn't take a hit. I watched their Caleb Hammer conversation with Asmongold. It was 4 hours, and it's a 20K video. For me, that's good. Asmongold wouldn't have a problem with longer content unless he's admitting that his audiences are fucking baby-brained. That's it. And maybe that's it. They're too baby-brained, so he has to put out, like, really short content that's only like a half hour long, which I don't think that's true. I think what it really boils down to is that Asmongold, it doesn't have the attention span. He'd rather watch a couple of minutes and make, like, a lot of short little content because he's just fucking lazy. This one's 2 hours long. See? Like, it's 2 hours long here. He posts 2 hour long videos. It would be completely fine if he did it, but he doesn't want to. This is 2 hours long. He's got plenty of content that's, like, long. He's just saying that because it's an excuse.
Like, we've got other things we need to go through and talk about. I don't have all day to
We gotta talk. We have to give our really good takes on politics today.
talk about one thing.
12 large
Holy
Dr.
shit.
Peppers, and even I can't rot my teeth out with that much. Isn't it strange how you respond to
What does he need to do? Sweep for fucking Epstein for more? Like, what is it?
the video where I barely talk about you at all, where you lied and claimed I called you racist the whole video?
That's sad. Wow, mic drops, I know. So basically, this guy spent his entire video calling me racist.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Asmongold's not even really reacting to this video anyway. You know what I mean? Like, what does he? What does he really have to say?
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Base react. Yeah.
Let's ask the AI.
And Grok is Tecton a rapist?
Does the Birdman specifically call Asmongold a racist in this video?
Whoa. In Asmongold's defense, he probably implied he was racist like a lot, which is totally fair because Asmongold does say a bunch of racist shit all the time. He just says it so many times, and right now the Overton window has shifted that people are like, well, that's not technically racist. I know that right after he saw Joe Bart say black people weren't violent, he stopped the video and said he's happy people are finally fighting out against this narrative. And I know that he said he'd rather have all robots instead of any brown people in this country. But that's normal. That's normal. It's like, okay, well, I guess what racist is very interesting right now in the country. Then so.
Explicitly label Asmongold a racist, but he does argue that the claim Asmongold made on social media is racist.
Asmongold. Whoa. This is, I would almost guarantee the Birdman left this in because it doesn't necessarily like help the Birdman's take. I think he left it in just so that Asmongold felt like he had to win, so he'd feel like, oh, I'm going to react to this. Because I guarantee you Asmongold's like, wait a minute, I can win on this first point, and then my viewers will tune out. I think I won. Like, he's just getting... I wouldn't doubt that he's doing this just to bait Asmongold into reacting to his shit.
So was it, you only said your claims were racist? Is this the other video? Let me go back and see it. I haven't seen it at all.
I haven't seen it at all.
Let me go pull this up. Right. Okay. So there you go. You're literally your own AI evaluation.
Whoa.
Says this. Let me pull this up. Listen to it.
Pull this up. Listen to this.
Brings us back
Check this out. Let me pull this up.
to Zach's tweet.
Right.
You know what I just realized? Asmongold just does the quartering like 50 times a video. All right, let's check this out. Whoa, this guy called me racist. Check it out. This guy called me a racist guy. Check this out.
Right.
Yes, this claim is racist because it was made
It's
by
racist.
Well, his argument is that he didn't specifically call you racist. He said your claims are racist.
There we go.
Whoa. Just keep in mind, Asmongold only fact checks when it benefits him. He already watched this video and he was ready for all this. He's ready for everything that he's saying here. He pre-watches. That's probably the real reason why he won't watch a longer video, because he knows he's wrong, but he also needs to pre-watch it first because he's like he can't sit through content that's that long. He's a baby.
He's not. No, he's not saying you're racist. He's saying everything you're saying is racist.
Ooh,
And
Asmongold's just gonna really perseverate on this to make himself look better. See, I got him. I owned him. I'm owning him. I wish I could go back to a time where I could own this guy. You know, that's what he's thinking right now.
about it, right? Of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was a fucking lie.
But the video where I spent the length of a short film ramming my fist up your ass is the one you ran away
Did you like it?
from.
It's too long.
It's too long, dude. It's too long. I can only handle 4 inches, dude. What the fuck?
I'm not going to watch a long video.
So,
I wonder if Asmongold will answer how many inches Caleb can handle, because I know that guy loves cock. I fucking know it, dude. You know how I knew it? We used to be best friends.
since you
I'm actually convinced at this point that Caleb was like doing me a really big favor by like disconnecting, like officially breaking up with me. Because now he's putting out like some weird like Russia AI slop on some fucking other channel about how Canada actually wants to be part of America. I think that was his one last gift to me. It's like, I'm going to disconnect this relationship because being a friend of mine right now is cancer for anybody. He knows the ship is sinking, you know? Or he's just completely socially fucking inept. He's socially inept as like the fucking financial people are that go on his show. Are as like he's as socially inept as the people on his show are financially inept. And he got like completely lucky running his business, and he actually has no idea what the fuck he's doing. And he doesn't understand what optics look like, which would make sense because that's why he started some dumbass fucking live show. And he's doing fucking podcasts with white supremacists. So I don't know. Pick it. Pick your thing. Has he officially ended the friendship? Yeah. Yeah, look at I have the video about it. It's a couple videos old. This is the video that destroyed my relationship with Caleb Hammer. That's what it's called.
Missed it. Red means shut the fuck up. I'm still talking.
What is this?
Green means
is this from his other
I'm still talking, sussy baka.
video?
it's your turn to speak. You seem to have difficulty
I'm still talking, sussy baka.
understanding when someone hasn't finished making a point. So I have to get elementary on your ass.
So he made this.
You are low.
And you know, Asmongold loves elementary. He just defended the Epstein predators. So he do be loving elementary.
So he made this video for me.
Whoa.
Well, that's nice.
That's
IQ
nice.
after all.
Okay.
Anyway,
What's the implication there? Are you trying to say that he's obsessed or something?
a few days ago,
Well, I mean, that would make sense for Asmongold to say because all he does is make videos about Trump, and he's obsessed with Trump. So actually, that would make sense. He would think if somebody made a video about something, that means that they must be obsessed with that thing, because he certainly is fucking obsessed with Trump. So
Zachariah here posted this
Zachariah.
tweet in response to Joe Bartolozzi refuting the claim that black people are more likely to commit crimes than white people.
Right.
Let's have a listen.
Do not commit more crimes than white people on a personality basis. If you're going to say statistically they do, that is only because of impoverished areas in the lives that they've been given because of the implications that have been put
This
on them.
can be immediately disproven in multiple ways.
no, it can't.
But I'll let this go.
Through
I've already talked about this
systemic
clip
racism.
anyway.
They've been given a shit hand and therefore live in that
Right, he doesn't want to talk about it again since it's video relevant because that would just be too not entertaining enough for his audience. Right, that's what it is.
shit hand and are more likely to commit crimes if they're impoverished.
So just to be clear, what Asmongold would say as a way to quote unquote discredit the videos, he'd be like, "Well, how come the other poor people don't commit as much crime as black people?" And the answer is because there's massive systemic oppression with black people. It's totally different. There's constant that like historical systemic oppression of black people having their resources denied. Right after the Vietnam War, black veterans weren't allowed to get like the loans on their houses like white veterans were. They were just denied different systemic aspects. So there is an intentional systemic aspect that's oppressing black people. On top of it, they have like a historical frustration. You don't have to focus on the solution being, oh, we need to explicitly help only black people. I'm not saying you have to do that. You really don't have to focus on black people really at all. You really have to focus on poor people. But like it's a fact. It's a fact that his systemic oppression has existed. Maybe you'd call it historical systemic oppression. But like it's so funny because there's so many people that are like, oh, Papa got, you're just looking for brownie points for black people, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna be super fucking real with you, and I don't even mean for this to sound shitty. I don't care about black people. Sorry, I'm looking at my map. Like, I care about black people as much as I care about everybody else. Like, I don't care. I care about my wife. But like, it's just a fact that systemic oppression exists. So it's like, yeah, that shit sucks, man. And I don't not care about black people, just people to me. I don't care. It's fucking ridiculous that like acknowledging a fact now means that like you're like a fucking uber simp for black people. It's like, dude, I'm just acknowledging a fact. I wouldn't have wanted to be born black. Like, 'cause my whole life would have been harder. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want me? People are so fucking stupid. It's just like, it's so dumb. Like, you can't even have logical, factual fucking conversations about anything without you being considered a simp. Like, that's this like, insane behavior. It's like insane fucking behavior from these people. Jesus Christ.
Living in areas where they have to survive.
Getting poor white people to hate poor black people. That's all part of the strategy from like from the rich, so that they can distract you, so they don't have to actually give a fuck about you.
If you were to take a group of people and put them in an impoverished area, they're likely to commit more crimes because they have not been.
Not entirely.
They are more likely to commit. Yes, entirely. They are likely to commit more crimes because they're impoverished. Yes, that's not even a debatable thing.
That's sometimes the case, but there are.
It's pretty much always the case. Like when you look, oh, well, I know an individual who was poor and he didn't do anything violent. It was me. Great. Good job, Asmongold. Thank you for missing the point. We're talking about overall. People in general are more likely to commit crimes if they're poor. Yes, this is a fact. I don't know what to tell you. I'm pretty sure Asmongold has talked about how even his parents have like taken advantage of the welfare system in a way where like they weren't supposed to. I've seen him talk about that. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. That would be considered a crime. It just didn't get caught. What the fuck are we talking about here?
Are vectors that are beyond socioeconomic reasons.
Like what? What do you think black people are inherently violent? What is it?
And helped in the way that they
That's of course the implication of what he's saying.
need to be. But if you meet a black guy on the street and you say to his face, he's more likely to commit a crime than you, you're fucking racist.
Yes,
true.
Yes, whatever statistical fact you're going to throw is clouded by the idiocy of yourself to not recognize why that fact is in existence.
Yes.
Joe Bart really blew up the internet with this fucking cold ass take, That's not a criticism of Joe Bart. He was just saying a fact. It turned into like a fucking insane thing.
Not because black people are genetically more likely to commit a crime. That's stupid.
So, Joe is obviously correct, but his argument can do with a bit of...
So he's obviously correct, but why is he correct? Okay,
well, he's literally about to clarify. But that was a good pause, Asmongold. You added a lot of value.
Let's hear why he's correct.
Good value, good value. So far, Asmongold has nothing to say. All right, so, dude, he was... okay.
Cleaning up, and that's what I'm here for. What Joe is referring to is the correlation of poverty and crime. This is
You think Asmongold's already regretting like doing this react? Like he's like, fuck, I really just shouldn't have done this. But now he has to see it through, my boy. You know?
Very well understood phenomenon.
This is actually, by the way, you guys might not know this, but the only correlation with crime is poverty.
That's not what anybody's saying.
There is no other correlation.
In fact, Birdman goes into like detail about how it's more than just poverty. So
correlation at all that exists. This is the only one.
What's the other correlation, Asmongold? What do you think the correlation is? What other correlations are there? Because race is part of it. Because black people historically have been treated like shit. Like, it's just a fact. I don't really know what else. They used to be slaves. Black people don't really have any property. You know, there's different voter ID laws that are meant to suppress black voters. We know there is like issues with police over ticketing black areas. That was the whole Michael Brown situation was about. Like, he charged a police officer, but the same DOJ report that justified the shooting against him also talked about how black people in that area were being over-ticketed and over-policed, right? Like, exonerations from black people are like massively higher rates than any other group because they keep getting falsely accused and like falsely convicted. So we know it's a fact that we know it's a fact here. Black people get treated like shit. But what's your reasoning? What do you think it is? He thinks it's because they're black. And this is something that you have to keep in mind. He thinks that there's something genetic there. This is how you have to keep in mind. Like, when you ask questions like this without answering, he's doing it on purpose because he's trying to basically suggest something in your mind. And he's trying to dog whistle to his audience of, like, weird white supremacists that also don't brush their teeth. That black people are inherently violent for money. That's what he wants. That's literally it. That's the whole entire thing. That's it.
Those placed under economic strain, limited opportunities, and weakened social structures often resort to property and violent crime. A large body of criminology and sociology research has found a consistent relationship between poverty, inequality, and crime across many different countries and ethnic groups. Studies from the United States, Indonesia, Latin America, Europe, and cross-national datasets all show that areas with higher poverty, unemployment, and economic deprivation tend to experience higher rates of certain crimes, particularly violent and property crime. A 2021 study published in the NLM found that more...
This, by the way, all of this is true.
Whoa.
It doesn't refute my argument at all.
No, it pretty much does. It does, but okay.
This does not refute my argument in any capacity.
Chat, I have nothing to say that will save me. I'm just telling you guys I'm not wrong. Chat, I am correct. I am correct 100%. Always, all the time. I'm going to shift what my perspective is after dog whistling that black people are inherently violent in my last video. Get ready for it.
But yes, obviously people that are poor commit more crime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, duh.
Duh. Yeah, duh.
Equal societies tend to have higher crime, as well as lower social trust.
It literally is an argument, even if you don't like the argument or you don't think it discounts what you're saying, but okay.
Interestingly, the study also found that the more equal the distribution of resources, the higher the trust equilibrium, and that increasing punishment severity...
Trust equilibrium is also established by having a homogenous society that's not multiracial or multi-ethnic.
Yeah.
There's also another factor for that. So if
this is why I love the low IQ white supremacist takes here, because like of course, like if you needed any more proof that Asmongold is racist, there it is. He's saying we need to have more just white people. But again, these low IQ fucking cretinous morons don't understand what homogenous really means. Okay, right now we have what a homogenous society to him means. So it's white, Italian people, Polish people, Irish people, Ukrainian people. These people were not considered white in America at a certain time. Black people, frankly, are really just used as at least I'm not them. So that other white people, which never used to be considered white, can go, well, hey, look at me, compared to them, I'm white, so consider us white. Italian people weren't white. It was the 1990s when we started accepting them as white. So again, like if we didn't have black people or brown people, then we would just be fighting amongst ourselves of different other whites. That's literally it. Also, we need to stop this. Asmongold looks like English. He looks like he eats fucking beans and toast and his teeth rotted out of his face. So I don't know. Maybe that's evidence. Stop. You're not my kind of white. If we're going to play this game, like I am German. Okay? What is my white known for? Fucking engineering. What are English people known for? Like mayonnaise on beans and cheese. Okay? What are other groups known for? The mafia. What are other white groups known for? Eating potatoes a lot. So, like, if we're going to play this game where we need a homogenous society, why are we stopping at what you consider white or black? Let's keep going. Let's just keep fucking going. Oh, I'm known for fish and chips. We're known for, like, the fucking, like, nuclear bombs. A German guy made the nuclear bombs, no? So stop playing this fucking game because it doesn't go anywhere for you. Your white is disgusting. Okay, that's why whiteness is fucking dumb. We just have to stop it. It's just so fucking pathetic, dude. It's just this white supremacist moron fucking talking point. Because this guy has nothing of any meaningful value. He's worthless without getting lucky playing video games and being a disgusting freak that people watched because he was so gross and entertaining because of the grossness. And it's just turned into a group of incels and people who can't take care of themselves going, I like this guy a lot. He's got nothing to contribute a value to society. He's fucking worthless. And the type of people that focus on their whiteness are worthless people because they have nothing else of value to show their society. That's it. It's fucking ridiculous.
If you think that's the only vector that you should use, you would also be advocating for that too?
Oh, you'd also be... He's not saying that's the only vector, but okay.
Is not effective at this goal. And that particular piece of information relates to our pal Pigpen here, where he has routinely argued for more severe punishment.
Yes.
Looks like the science disagrees with him. Surprise.
The science does disagree with him.
Surprise.
Science. This is...
I love that. Laughing at science. Incredible.
By the way, this is not science.
Well, no, it is.
Sociology and everything about this is not science.
It is science. The study of like people is a science. We know that this is a fact. That is what capitalism is completely predicated on. Big commercial companies being able to put out advertising that makes you want to buy stuff even when you shouldn't be buying it. It is like the human condition is a science. They want to discredit the science, but it is obviously a science.
It is Karen consensus.
Okay, if you say so.
That's all there is. Thanks, Green. Yeah, this video.
It's so funny that he says this, like, oh, sociology isn't a science, when he just brought up a sociological point before. Yeah, when you have a homogenous society, it does better. That's a sociological point. So 2 seconds ago, he's like, yeah, you know, sociologically, homogenous societies do better. And then now it's sociology doesn't exist. Dude, you can't take these people seriously. They're so fucking stupid. He relies on sociology and then he says it's not real. Like, it's actually fucking impressive how dumb this guy is. Holy shit.
Video is very obnoxious, but that's fine.
Anyway,
that's
similar
fine.
finding.
It's obnoxious. I'm a better person because I'm not insulting him. He's just insulting me, so I must be in the right. Okay.
Things have appeared in studies examining crime in Mexico, Indonesia, Canada, and across the European Union.
Whoa, those are all very homogenous societies.
Like this one here, where it's shown that people who are at risk of poverty report experiencing higher crime in their local area.
Whoa,
so you see, this pattern.
This is all sociology, by the way.
Is global and not unique to any ethnic group. Poor community.
It isn't unique to any ethnic group, but different ethnic groups and different age brackets and genders commit crime at much different rates.
Why? Why do they do that, Asmongold?
This is an obvious truth, even inside of poverty.
Why?
So in order to determine whether somebody is going to commit crimes or not, or what the probability of them doing that or not, the way that you do that is through a multifaceted approach. There's not only one factor that goes into committing crimes. If there was, and that was the only factor.
You have to I know I'm being obnoxious. There's a reason why he won't answer why. It's because he thinks that black and brown people are disgusting and less than him. That's it. That's why he would rather have robots here than any fucking immigration from brown people. That's it. That's it. This is the common dog whistle. It's to just bring up something without explaining it because he wants to communicate that it's because they're brown. That's it. That's all it is to him. That's all it is to him. But you want to know what, dude? I mean, frankly, brown people are probably better in the United States. And let me explain to you why. Okay? Look at Mamdani. He's actually balancing the budget in New York and being very beneficial. Okay? If Mamdani fucks up, a bunch of insane, disgusting, teeth-rotted white supremacists will try to kill him. Trump can be a fucking pedophile rapist that suppresses the Epstein files, massively inflates his wealth through just constantly frauding the government, suing the IRS for money, violating free speech of comedians because he doesn't like their jokes, talk about taking over Canada, talk about taking over Greenland, going into other countries and taking people over, putting in completely unjustifiable tariffs on different countries, despite the fact that he's not supposed to be able to do it, which is why they were voted illegal. He can pretty much do anything, and the white supremacists love him for that. This is why brown people are better. That's it. Because white supremacists are disgusting freaks who are okay with child rape as long as the person is white that's raping the child, and they get to watch. This is all it is. So he's like, oh, brown people are bad. Okay, I don't know what else to tell you, because like white people can do whatever the fuck they want in this country and they get away with it because we have disgusting fucking white supremacists like you that justify it. He was just talking before about how he didn't care that the Epstein list was not going to get exposed, and he didn't blame it on Trump. He's just like, yeah, there's not really enough evidence because everything's redacted, and sorry guys. Asmongold is a rape apologist. He's a pedophile apologist. That's all it is. Keep it. That's who this guy is. That's it.
That mattered, then you would see poverty that would have a one-to-one correlation between every single other instance of these different demographics committing crimes.
Thanks,
but that's not the case. And the reason that's not the case is because it's not true.
There it is. He still won't explain it. Well, it's not true because it's not true. Oh, wow. Did you learn that in sociology class?
It's that simple.
That's simple. It's not true because it's not true.
In parts of Eastern Europe and impoverished regions in Asia all experienced elevated crime rates compared to the wealthier populations around them. The same socioeconomic mechanisms observed.
It's crazy because all these different brown countries, we still like go in there and imperialize their resources in some capacity. And we rely on their like rich class to accept it because that's what we do. We sail rich people. We let these like rich people, they get a piece of the pie as long as they help the uber rich. It's all part of the scheme, dude.
Poor Black American neighborhoods are observed worldwide amongst people of entirely different ethnicities and cultures. Even the white supremacist's favorite non-white country, Japan experiences higher crime rates when poverty.
Good commentary. Thank you, Asmongold.
And unemployment rates rise, as shown in this study. Moving slightly west, South Korea is experiencing what they call a silver crime wave, where the
It's actually crazy that somebody can be this stupid.
Okay, I agree with you so hard right now, Asmongold. That's the only thing I gotta say. I agree. What is he saying that's stupid?
It's really crazy that somebody can think that poverty is the only defining variable that has to do at all with crime.
It's funny because like Asmongold pre-watched this video. You already know that he did last night when he was fucking chuckling at violence on Twitter and looking at porn. And this guy, like the Birdman goes into it in more depth and talks about how it's not just that later on. But, Asmongold pre-watched, and he knows what he needs to say now to prime his audience. That's pretty much it.
It's unbelievable. It's genuinely impressive.
It's genuinely impressive.
Wealthy people don't get caught. Well, wealthy people, this is the reality.
Well, this is the reality. I am okay with pedophilia as long as it's from wealthy people. And you have to understand that because I am a literal pedophile apologist. My name is Asmongold, and I'm a rape and pedophile apologist. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind when we're talking about any of these things. I'm okay with all the worst things that happen to people in the world because as long as my favorite white guy is doing it, I have to sweep for him. I need to do it.
The poorer you are, the higher the probability is that you will commit crime.
Whoa.
However,
really?
There are also different genetic variabilities.
There we go. He's finally getting into it. Yep.
There are other cultural variabilities.
Again, he's dog whistling that like black people are violent. That's just all this is. It's just like dog whistle the movie here.
There is gender as well. Here, if income is the main predictor on whether people would commit crime or not.
Well, it is the main predictor. Yes. It is generally the main predictor.
Who do you guys think commits more crime? Rich men or poor women?
What?
Which one?
Okay. We're talking about black people. We're not talking about gender. Gender is a different conversation. I understand that what your point is, that black men are more violent. But okay, what's your point? What does that have to do? We're like men and women are both collected in these statistics, so this isn't actually a one-to-one comparison in any meaningful capacity.
Rich men.
Whoa.
We all know this. So
yeah, they're going around raping people, and people like you justify it. So I guess that's definitely true.
Everybody knows this.
Everybody knows this. It's just common sense.
And by the way, poor women. Well, do you want to look it up? Who commits more crime in the U.S.? Poor women or rich men?
Whoa.
Rich men commit far more crime overall than poor women in the United States.
We got him, dude. He owned the Birdman with this fact and this logic over here.
Man.
Wow.
Men account for 72 to 80% of all arrests.
Wow.
And do you know why? And this has nothing to do with...
Because of testosterone? Because men are violent?
With race, by the way. All I'm showing is that the argument that for some reason...
This argument doesn't matter. The reason this argument doesn't matter is because when we talk about violence across different races, men and women are both included. So making this differentiation between men and women doesn't matter. Because when we talk about crime between like black communities and white communities, et cetera, men and women are both accounted for in these statistics. So this doesn't matter. The fundamental point is like, hey, this isn't the only driving factor. Oh, cool. Yeah, we get it. Being a man is bad too, I guess, is the point. It's not the only factor. Thank you. Like we've solved the case. We understand this, right? But it doesn't have anything to do with black and white people. It doesn't matter. This isn't a one-to-one comparison. This doesn't really matter. He's just trying to discount this guy's credibility without actually making any meaningful, intelligent arguments.
Yeah, I mean, this is common sense. Everybody knows this.
I love that. When Asmongold just says everybody knows this. When he says some dumb... Everybody just knows this, guys. And if you don't agree with me, you're dumb.
And I can do it with race, too.
Just so you know, because people need to keep in mind, when Asmongold does the everybody knows this and it's common sense, that is him saying that somebody is dumb without explicitly saying it, because his audience is like drooling babies that don't understand that. So when people make fun of Asmongold and call him a disgusting like roach freak who like you shouldn't listen to because he's literally disgusting and nobody would listen to somebody like this on the street if you saw him, he's like, well, you're actually just being mean to me. This was audience. Well, you're just being mean to him because you have no real arguments. It's like, well, meanwhile, this guy just says you're wrong because you're just too dumb to understand common sense. That is literally his take here.
Which group commits more crime?
Whoa.
Poor Asians.
Incredible.
Or black African Americans.
What? Oh, I see what he's doing. So poor Asians are black people. Even though the black people are disproportionately massively poor, he's looking to make the comparison that black people aren't inherently violent. That's what he's doing here. Got it. Hey, who's more violent? Asian people? The poor Asian people or black people who are massively disproportionately poor? I don't know. Who's it?
In the U.S.
In the U.S. You gonna add the statistic that black people are like almost 8 times more likely to get exonerated because they're falsely accused in the first place and they're falsely convicted in the first place, or are we not going to do that part? Ooh. Oh, we're not going to get that part in there.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Let me go, Rich.
What? Okay, Rich? What?
Let me look this up. Or Rich.
I don't understand.
Excuse me.
Wait, he didn't get the answer that he wanted. Oh. Okay. What are we looking at? Did you get the answer you wanted, Asmongold? Or what are we doing here?
Me. There we go.
This is just like he hates black people, the movie. That's it. That's literally all it is. Asmongold hates black people and loves pedophiles. That might be a good title to the video.
If it was only income, you wouldn't have this.
Whoa, he owned the world. Wait, isn't this you doing sociological research right now? Holy fuck. I thought that wasn't real science. Holy shit.
So
Google, show me this guy's balls.
This is... I don't know how a person can be this stupid. I really don't. It's sad.
Of poverty and its aging
He never said that. He did say that.
He did.
He
did say that. I watched this video.
That the reason why there's a difference between crime is because of socioeconomic status.
Yes, that is a fact. He's not done explaining himself though. And you know that because you've rewatched this.
And even when you control for socioeconomic status, there is a dramatic variance in crime.
You're not controlling for socioeconomic. You like fully. Because Asians don't have the same history in the United States as fucking black people do. So this isn't even a full control. He's just saying things. He's isolated one aspect of the control and said like, oop, I'm isolating for the control. You're wrong. I'm right. As always. It's just common sense, guys. And if you don't agree with me, you're really fucking stupid. Guys, why wouldn't you agree with me? Look at me. Holy fuck.
Based off of ethnicities.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is it's not a conversation point. It is a defined fact that
it's just common sense, dude. It's common sense.
Is statistically represented.
Population has seen a commensurate
Chat. It's just common sense, okay?
rise in crime. All of this does not mean poverty mechanically causes every individual to commit crime, nor does every poor community become highly violent.
Oh, wait, Asmongold, you just went on like a whole fucking rampage about how this guy was wrong, and he was saying that it's just about socioeconomic status or about having money, and now all of a sudden he's like, oh, well, I'm not saying that. So you just fucking ulted before he was finished. You look stupid. Are you going to acknowledge that you look fucking dumb? That you disproved nothing that he said? He was making a point, and then he was clarifying the specifics of the point. Hey, like money is a driver of crime. It's not the only driver. Oh, this guy's dumb. He's saying it's the only driver. He pre-watched this and made this point. Just to be clear, Asmongold pre-watched this. That is something that you have to keep in mind because that's part of the grift. He pre-watched it. He knew that this guy wasn't making the point that he pretended that he was making. And he still said it though, because he's just looking to make this guy look wrong, even though he's right.
But the broader statistical relationship between resource deprivation and crime appears repeatedly across continents and populations. This is why many scholars argue that racial disparities in crime are better understood through the lens of concentrated poverty, inequality, historical segregation, and access to opportunity, rather than race itself.
The funny thing about this is that...
You're not going to acknowledge that you just went off on this guy for no fucking reason and you were wrong? No, he's not going to do that. Why would he do that?
Black people are the only group of people that's ever been discriminated against in America.
Oh my god, this is so boring, dude. Holy fuck. No, they're not, but they've been discriminated against worse than any other group except for probably Native Americans. If anything, this is the conversation to talk about indigenous shit too, but we're not going to probably do that. But yeah, indigenous people have it rough as well. Is that the point that you want to make?
That's it.
That's it.
No other group of people has ever been discriminated against in America at all.
Well, that's definitely the point everybody's been making, that only black people are the ones that have been discriminated against. So
this is a surprise. I didn't know this.
Whoa, that's crazy.
This is a trigger black guy? Yeah, I don't know. I think this is an AI voice, so I'm not even sure if this...
now it's AI. We gotta discredit it in some capacity.
Guy's black in the first place, but who knows?
Whoa.
The reason black people are associated with crime in the United States is because black Americans have historically faced disproportionate levels of concentrated poverty, segregation, underinvestment, and systemic exclusion from economic opportunity.
None of that stuff makes you steal makeup from a CVS.
Oh my lord, this is fucking boring. Holy fuck, lobotomize me now and I'd still be smarter than fucking Asmongold. Holy fuck.
None of that makes you commit murder. None of that makes you go out and violently rob people. The idea that this is somehow okay or acceptable...
Nobody's saying it's okay. You're making this up, but okay.
...or anything else. This is also immediately disproven whenever you control for socioeconomic factors. Immediately.
You said that socioeconomics was a bullshit science.
This is disproven.
What?
No, it's not because of that. And also, this wasn't even what I said, by the way.
Oh my god, dude. He's just talking. Holy fuck.
None of this even had anything to do with it, period.
Conditions that criminologists and sociologists have repeatedly linked to higher crime rates across every population on Earth, regardless of ethnicity.
Of course.
Once black American slaves were freed, they immediately faced
Whoa, wait a minute. We're talking about freed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got rid of slavery.
Okay. Good commentary, Asmongold. Thanks, man.
That's really I feel like that's what happened.
I don't understand. He's just talking about the history of the United States, and now you're just like, oh, we did do that. We did free slaves. Okay, cool, man. That's great. Thanks for what your commentary didn't do anything. Okay.
Am I confused by this? So
he didn't. I mean, what do you say to this? What he's saying? He's a complete fucking moron. He's not even making a point. He's just talking for the sake of talking. This is why he can't watch longer videos, because he has literally nothing of value to say. He just stops and says something just for the sake of it, because he just needs something to be said. That's it.
This has always been my outlook about it, is that there have been a lot of groups inside of America that have been oppressed, that have been denied opportunities, or having other things that are like that. Anytime that you're advocating...
Black people got it the worst, and they're also used as at least I'm not them, for other groups to justify considering themselves white. We didn't used to consider Italians white, now we do, because they said at least I'm not black, and people are like, you know what, good point, you're white now. That's literally it.
Advocating for an advantage for one group of person versus another group, fundamentally what you're doing is you are trying to institutionalize racism.
What?
Advocating for an advantage or groups inside of America that have been oppressed, that have been denied opportunities, or having other things that are like that. Anytime that you're advocating for an advantage for one group of person versus another group, fundamentally what you're doing is you are trying to institutionalize racism.
I don't know what that means. I mean, some kind of systemic racism is going to cause the need for us to have an advantage, give somebody an advantage for being black on paper because they're not actually getting an advantage. So having to have a hiring quota for black people makes sense because there's a lot of people in the United States and we have to figure out some way to get them employed because we know that there are biases still in the system. That's pretty much it.
You are trying to implement and enact racism. And the reality is that the people that are poor, that are white, probably has less advantages than somebody who's rich, who's black. So I do agree that people should get, help, but it shouldn't be.
No, he doesn't. He likes Trump. Trump is fucking, he's raping the country worse than he rapes people at fucking on Epstein's island. Probably. Only like a 99.9% chance that happens. So I don't want to say it's a fact. You know what I mean?
Done on a racial basis. It should be done on a means basis.
He doesn't mean anything that he's saying. Mean. He doesn't care about what he's saying. If he did, he would advocate for a party or for somebody that actually wanted to help people. Like everything has been worse since Trump has been in, and he's still defending Trump of being a pedophile rapist. We just saw at the beginning of this video. So like, it doesn't matter. Like nothing he's saying, it means anything. He's just talking. He's saying, he's virtue signaling. He's the kind of person that like fucking smacks someone in the face. Like, I know we shouldn't be smacking people, but it kind of happens. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't smack people. Says the guy who likes to smack people. You know what I mean? It's all it is.
An income basis. That's obviously what should happen.
Yeah,
but yes, right, the quote freed the.
I agree with that, but you don't. You're saying it as a virtue signal.
Slaves. Yeah, they actually did free the slaves.
Cool. Your point was completely irrelevant to what was actually being said, but good job.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. This guy
faced discrimination, a lack of economic opportunities, exclusion from wealth-building institutions.
We fixed all of these, by the way.
No, we haven't.
All of these.
Segregated housing, unequal education, targeted policing, and widespread racial violence. Whoa. Each of those things
Isn't it crazy how
oh my God,
a lot of that widespread racial violence kind of just disappeared? I feel like we don't really see a lot of that anymore.
What?
We don't. And when we do, it's the other way around.
Wow, so true.
I don't want to see that. Nope.
I love this because the racial violence is coming from like the police institutions, and it's not considered illegal there. Again, it's a fact. You could just look it up. Black people are exonerated at like 7.5 times the rate of white people because they're falsely accused and falsely convicted. Right? But it's not considered illegal to falsely convict somebody. It's just an error of the system. Right? But like when he looks at statistics, his brain melts. He's like, well, black people, it says they're more violent. Well, they also get incarcerated at disproportionately higher rates and exonerated because they're falsely accused. Wait, I don't know how to factor that into my brain because I'm fucking racist. That's all it is. Black Americans, who represent 13.6% of the population in the United States, account for roughly 53 to 60% of all recorded exonerations. Studies show that black people are approximately 7 times more likely to be falsely convicted of serious crimes than white people and wait an average of 3 years longer in prison before being exonerated. Okay, cool. So we have a fact. There we go. Boom. Wow. How do we factor that in? Oh, well, that's okay. That being falsely convicted is systemic racism. That is the systemic racism that exists. But he doesn't know how to factor that into his fucking pea brain. He doesn't get it. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter. He just hates black people. That's all it is. I don't understand. I think he just hates black guys because he wants to date a black girl, but they won't fuck him. Like I don't really know what it is. It's fucking insane.
Their own contribute to poverty, which I have just proven correlates with crime.
Poverty does correlate with crime, but that's not the only thing that correlates with crime.
Fucking kill me. Somebody kill me, please. Jesus Christ. He's not saying anything of value. He's just talking. It's driving me fucking nuts, dude. Holy fuck.
This doesn't refute my argument or my position at all.
Wow, you're so right.
Black people were subjected to all of them.
So just to be absolutely clear, okay, I need you guys to understand something. When you listen to somebody like Asmongold talk, the typical white supremacist, this is why facts don't really matter. This is why you should just call them names. Call him a pedophile. I mean, frankly, I'm close to thinking he is a real pedophile because he just defended Trump when it came to not releasing the Epstein files. So actually, that one's not even necessarily off base, which is why you should say it. You shouldn't say anything false, but there's a good chance that this guy he's at the very least a fucking pedophile sweeper. right? So like this is why you can't engage with him like they're people, because he doesn't act like a person. He just says things that make him feel comfortable and happy with himself. So it's like they don't respond to any facts. You can sit here and give like a nice detailed video about why he's wrong. You can bring up that fucking black people are wrongfully convicted at like drastically higher rates and that they're exonerated at massively higher rates. And he's just like, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to make an explanation of something that was never said. And this is what the whole thing is. They hold you this high standard of like, oh, you're on the left, you should be nice to me. But it's like these people are fucking morons. They're worthless. They're so worthless. They're so fucking dumb. This guy sweeps for fucking rape and pedophiles. Why the fuck? Like you don't need to care about this guy. He's a fucking rape apologist.
Same time, the United States created a permanent underclass in the form of black Americans.
It's a permanent underclass?
So far, yeah.
If it's a permanent underclass, then how'd Barack Obama become the president?
And there it is, guys. We won. Racism is dead. Racism is dead because Barack Obama. Bro, oh, I'm using the wrong fucking sword, dude. Guys, am I dumb as fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck?
There's plenty of successful black people. What are you talking about?
Well, that proves it, guys. Systemic racism doesn't exist because some black people do be successful. We did it, guys. We solved the problem.
What?
What? What? Wait, what happened? You sound like Tim Allen right now, Asmongold. That's a joke about Tim Allen. And Asmongold sounding like him. I don't know if you guys got it.
What do you mean?
Freeing formerly enslaved people without providing meaningful economic restitution, equal protection.
Oh, he's doing a reparation. He's bad. He's a bad guy.
Under the law, or fair access to housing, education, and employment, while simultaneously.
Historically, this is accurate, but current day and in recent history, this hasn't really been true.
Hey guys, you know it was like 20 years ago we were denying black people, but now we don't anymore. Everything's fixed. Everything's fixed. Most people's wealth comes from generational wealth, but ignore that. Ignore it. Ignore that, please. Please.
Like, at least not really in my lifetime.
Okay.
Like, maybe you can...
You don't go outside. You don't know that.
It's like one example of like some racist law in like Mississippi or something.
Right.
But
just the whole state of Mississippi. Just like one example of the racist law in the entire state of Mississippi. That's crazy.
Overall, we've gotten rid of a lot of this.
Yeah. We're just kind of gone now. It's kind of done.
Quiz. Ass on mold.
Ooh, got him.
What do you do when you don't have access to decent education, can't get a job, live in a slum, and can barely feed yourself?
You just have to stream video games, dude. That's it. That's all you have to do. I guess that's what Asmongold would say, though.
You burn down the CVS, you steal makeup, you shoot each other, and you kill people, right?
That's what I'd do.
Right?
Sure. Why not? That's sure. Whatever you say, Asmongold. That's definitely an honest interpretation of what's going on. It's funny that not a single time has anybody justified doing any of these things. Asmongold's just like using that as an excuse.
That's obviously what the solution is.
So true, King.
Because that's the only logical
so true, King.
Thing that a person
me when I steal makeup
could do. I mean, it's not like they could get a job.
You know what's so funny? Asmongold is more aggressive against black people who steal makeup than white people who rape people in the Epstein list. Did you realize that? Why are black people stealing makeup? Hey, Asmongold, what about the Epstein stuff? You wish that was released? It's no facts. Sorry, can't engage with that. My favorite Donald Trump. My favorite guy, Donald Trump. He's just raping people. Probably, like he's just on the Epstein list. He probably raped a lot of people. I can't accept that. I can't accept that. Just can't do it. Stealing makeup is bad. Rape, I'm gonna just kind of close my eyes to that. Don't worry about it.
It's not like they could educate themselves. It's not like
whoa. Nobody educates themselves. I don't know if you know this. Oh, holy fuck! I'm fucking dumpstered. Holy shit!
Any of this other stuff? No, I believe
you quite literally cannot educate yourself. Like you quite literally, like you. When somebody says you should educate yourself, do you know what they're saying? They're saying that you should go to school, which is an institution Trump is trying to burn to the fucking ground. But he's like, oh, well, you could educate yourself. Oh, can you educate yourself? Like, how does that work? How do we educate ourselves? Oh, wait. With the Trump administration trying to destroy the education system. Oh, wait, what if you're a black person or any person that's in a bad education system? How do you educate yourself? Oh, you can't. You can't do it. Oh, okay. It's almost like he's almost there. He's almost there, guys. The guy that like literally got lucky playing video games is telling you to just educate yourself. I love this. I'm convinced that like not a single fucking successful person knows what the fuck they're doing. It just sounds like something happens to them because like a bunch of people in their life are already doing well, or some kind of luck hit them in some capacity, and boom, everything worked out, and they're like, yeah, you fucking do it, you can too.
That people have agency. They clearly have agency. What are you talking about?
Whoa. Me when I have agency?
Just because that you're poor?
Is he saying agency or an agency? I don't really know what he's saying.
So it's okay to rob a CVS?
Wow, it's almost like no one ever said this. Also, CVS sucks. Rob every CVS in the world. Fuck CVS, it's terrible. I'm just kidding. Don't rob CVS. Don't do that, guys. It's bad for the CVS. But CVS does suck. That's a fact. Rob Rite Aid. Rite Aid really sucks. Just kidding.
What the fuck? This is like the most retarded logic I've ever heard.
This is incredible. At no point did he say anything about robbing CVS. Dude, when you see black people, do you just think of like people robbing things? Is that the problem? Are you just like is this guy racist? Wait, is this guy racist? Fuck. No. That's fucking silly. This guy can't be racist. Not this guy. Not my Asmongold.
Oh my god.
Not the World of Warcraft streamer Asmongold. What?
If you want to show this, it's a classic. What is this here? Can I pull it up?
Do you remember years ago there was
Whoa, it's a show! We love the show! This show believes in systemic racism, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that, but...
storm in New Orleans?
Hurricane Katrina?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember it.
Okay, check this out. What do you think those people are doing? Surviving or looting?
Whoa. Are you going to call it woke because all the people they're showing on the screen are white?
They're surviving.
Okay. Do you remember a man named Rodney King?
Yes, of course.
Okay, the LAPD worked him over really good.
Yes.
Okay. This was taken during the Rodney King riots. What do you think these people are doing? Looting or surviving?
Well, they're looting.
Of course. Well, it's the media, see? When it's white people, it's survival, and when it's black people, it's looting.
No, Frank, it's because the white people are stealing
I don't understand what's happening here.
bread, and the black people are stealing speakers. If the white people were
Is that even true in this clip?
Name Rod was taken during.
Whoa! Hey, you got to hear, baby.
People, it's survival, and when it's black
This is a classic, baby.
people, it's looting.
No, Frank, it's because the white people are stealing bread, and the black people are stealing speakers. If the white people were stealing
That's a classic, dude. This is proof, guys. This is proof. Black people are evil. Thank you, Asmongold, for highlighting this clip while talking about how you hate black people.
equipment, I would say they were looting too.
How do you know the blacks don't have bread in those speakers?
What are you talking about?
Okay,
What are we talking about right now? Everything's
What I like about this show is that it's not fucking stupid as shit, and it's obviously like it's just dark woke. But you know, Asmongold likes, I guess, just the racist parts of it. That's why I can't. This is why I can't make racist jokes anymore, because people like Asmongold are actually racist. It's not fun anymore.
Damn. I forgot even about that. So
I forgot even about that. He has never seen that before, dude. He hasn't watched It's Always Sunny. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, being poor isn't an excuse for stealing. Being poor isn't an excuse for killing people.
Whoa.
It's not an excuse for being violent.
Crazy.
You can't have a world where that is. Like,
okay, if you say so. So anyway, nobody's saying that at all. And yeah, that's just not a real point that's being made. But I will tell you that if you continuously, allow this administration especially to harvest the fucking resources from people and let rich people, dominate the world, it's going to turn into an excuse for beating the shit out of like killing millionaires in their homes. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying it is a thing that's going to end up happening. You can only oppress the lower class so much until they get more violent. Or I guess we get more violent, am I right, guys? Well, I'm not really lower class, but you understand the general sentiment that's being made here.
Like if that was the way the world worked, everything would be chaos.
Whoa.
Statistically, you turn to crime.
Okay, all right.
It's not a black thing. It's a human thing. So this
I'm a villain, not a monster.
is what Joe was trying to communicate, that black Americans face conditions that overwhelmingly correlate with higher crime rates, and that this is...
You listed one condition.
He listed like 12 conditions. What?
The singular condition of being more poor on average.
He also talked about slavery, redlining, other issues. This is how you know it's a good video. When Asmongold, like, he can't even acknowledge the arguments being made. He just can't do it. That's how you know he knows he's fucking wrong.
I think everybody agrees and everybody is on the same page that having less income is going to correlate to being more violent or committing more crimes. I think this is obviously true. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it, dude. Everybody knows it.
Systemic racism. Right. All those factors I just named were racist.
Asmongold's like, there's one factor, and then Asmongold's like, you only Wait, this guy, Asmongold goes, there's only one factor. And this guy's like, here's 14 factors, and here's me acknowledging that I made 14 factors. And Asmon doesn't acknowledge it though. He can't do it.
And all of them were systemic.
And they are all gone.
Whoa, so true, King. All racism is gone. That's why black people are getting exonerated at like 8 times the rate as white people, because they were falsely convicted. Because it's all gone.
And they're all gone.
All of them are gone.
That's the difference.
That's the difference, guys. It's all gone.
We went through and got rid of every single one of those.
We did that, by the way. I did that. We all did that. We, the gracious white people, did all that.
Or the process of systematically denying minority communities access to mortgages, loans, and investment based on their race helped trap many black Americans in impoverished and underdeveloped neighborhoods for generations. That is
what are you laughing for? What's the joke? I don't get it.
It's obviously racist. That is
really so. That's the well. Then, if you your own Wikipedia article disproves this. Look at this here, as well as Mexican Americans, Southwestern United States, Jewish Americans, and Italian Americans.
So, just to be clear, Asmongold's debunking of this guy is because it also happened in different capacities to Hispanic and Jews. That's the debunk. That's the epic debunk. Like, it can't exist anymore. That's it. That's the whole debunk. Is that other people experience it too. And that's it. So, that's all it's going to be. Because Asmongold's going to make this argument. It's like, well, you know, the reason black people aren't doing well now is their own fault, I guess. Okay. It's just so boring. Like, I think this is one of those moments where it's like, we really got to get to the point where we just stop caring about what this fucking disgusting gremlin freak has to say.
If this is a causal factor for this,
everything is just a rage bait at a certain point.
This to happen, you would see those same rates happening with those other groups.
Okay.
No, that's not the case.
That's weird because those other groups weren't enslaved. It's fucking wild as hell.
You're literally not even reading the articles you're using.
Okay.
How is it possible that somebody can be this stupid?
You say so.
Oh my God. It literally says it right there.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Right. Oh my God. I love this video because this is the best Asmongold can muster after pre-watching it. He has all this information. He's like ready to fucking present to you. Because he's pre-watched the fuck out of this. This is the best he can do. Is just stop the video before the guy explains it and says, hey, he's never going to explain it. And then listen to him explain it.
This is so sad. Birdman's point's only valid if we're talking 100 years ago? Yeah. If this video was made 100 years ago, I think he'd have a good argument. Irish
I don't even think you can make videos 100 years ago.
And Italians started with nothing too, and yet, look at this here.
Whoa.
This is Irish and Italian people. Let me go back and pull this up. Oh, wow. Estimated incarceration and commitment rates. So this is it. Between Irish and Italian, there it is. Wow, look at that.
Oh, crazy. That's so crazy. Incarceration doesn't mean that black people actually committed the crime. Is he aware of that? That's why, again, the exoneration rate is so high.
Big surprise, huh? Who could have guessed? It's crazy how you're using arguments that literally don't even work. Like, your own evidence disproves itself. Like, he starts the video off, and he looks for an AI summary to disprove that he called me racist, and then the AI summary says that he spent the video saying that what I said was racist. Then, he's using this, and it says it's not just against people that are black. This has happened to multiple ethnicities and multiple ethnic groups, but you're talking about one. If this is a causal factor, then you would assume that this causal factor would also affect the crime rates of these other 4 groups.
It does. It just doesn't affect it to the same degree because those groups haven't been systemic racism as hard. That's the point that's being made.
The same with what do you call it? With income. But that's not the case.
Come in my butt.
That is systemic because it was a government-sponsored organization that invented this, and it was legal. Systemic.
It was. We're going to hear that word a lot. A lot of was.
The main way a family in the United States builds wealth is through real estate. If you own a home, you generally pass that home down to your children. And
this being true hurts your argument, Asmongold.
Since your children are now not required to use the majority of their income for housing, they are able to save, invest, pursue education, start businesses, and accumulate wealth.
Black people don't own homes.
Yeah, that's the point. Black people don't own homes at nearly the rate as everybody else. Yes.
Only white people have homes.
Oh, God, this guy's so boring. Holy fuck. I'm happy that he's going to just die alone. Like, Jesus, I really am. I'm so happy that he's going to die alone. This guy's so fucking boring and dumb. And he's dumb on purpose because he makes money. Like, when you value people, when you give people money for being stupid, you're obviously going to see them be stupid more. Like, this guy's the Tila Tequila of the fucking internet, okay? Sorry, Tila, I don't mean to upset you. But that's what it is. That's all it is. He makes money by being stupid and racist. So what is he going to keep doing? He's going to keep being stupid and racist. That's obviously like what's going to happen. That's all we're seeing. That's literally it. Okay. Sorry, I won't apologize to Tila. Sorry.
This you might not have known this. This is a surprise.
Yeah. This is the reason why Asmongold, like, truly, this is why he has like all these racist takes. It's like the only people that like him are like the only people that could possibly like him are the dregs of society that nobody else really cares about. The forgotten people that don't really have any ability to get jobs or anything because, like, unfortunately society failed them and they can't get relationships. And Asmongold needs those people to keep liking him, so he just keeps saying racist shit. But like a couple of years from now, this guy's gonna die alone. Nobody really cares about this guy. That's it. Nobody really cares about this person. So just take solace in the fact that he's going to die alone and you're probably not.
More easily themselves, creating a compounding cycle of
Italian and Irish and Italian Americans didn't have a house either. Yeah, like what do you like? This isn't even like it's such bullshit. Okay, anyway,
anyway, it's obviously harder to get into the housing market nowadays than it used to be. But I guess we won't really bring that up.
Wealth. If you routinely deny black families the opportunity to own valuable real estate, you rob them of the opportunity to create generational wealth.
What is the
This is actually a good argument, and I think that
how are you going to turn it?
Really, the best way to approach this argument and this problem, I do think that there's a huge generational wealth gap between white and also black families, and it has been caused by a degree of like residuals from racism. So he is identifying the problem, and that is correct, but the solution that I have is different than the solution that he has. So the reason why
he never said a solution, so how do you know that?
I think that something like DEI or affirmative action is bad is because it's not actually addressing the problem. It's addressing a corollary, which is the corollary is race, but the problem is actually income. So I'm totally in support of things like, you know, giving people more student aid if they don't have as much money. But it should be done on the basis of means, not on the basis of race.
It already is. It already is. And you like the president who rolls back different things like this, so you don't believe this. So I'm talking about, it's a virtue signal. This guy is just saying that he supports a thing that he doesn't support, so he seems like a good, smart guy, but he doesn't care about any of these things. Saying that you'd be pretty cool with loan expansions for poor people doesn't mean anything unless you advocate for it, which he doesn't. The Trump administration is trying to pick apart every single thing that could put poor people on the same level. Education, like everything, housing. Trump has literally said he doesn't want to make houses more affordable because he would rather advocate for like homeowners. He doesn't care. Nothing. Jobs are dying. Inflation is up. He doesn't care. Asmongold doesn't care by extension because this is the guy he voted for. Nothing he's saying is real or authentic. They have to understand this.
And again, the only people that would disagree with this are literal racists, because the goal there isn't to be in any sort of a beneficial.
You would implement DEI policies until the issue has gone away through implementing, like, a DEI policy is a short-term policy to start getting black people in that are qualified, and maybe there are instances where some underqualified people are getting in. That is what it is. And then you would implement some kind of like way to put poor people in general back on the map. At the same time, that's how anybody that isn't a moron would operate.
Position for being white or black. White Americans aren't even a top earner ethnically in the U.S. Yeah, and this is also another factor too.
Oh, it's another factor.
That, like, I don't know if you guys have seen this as well, but take a look at this.
Wow.
Indian Americans, Filipino Americans, Taiwanese Americans, white Americans are all the way down here at 59.
Whoa! Average annual income in the U.S. by race or ethnicity. Cool. Average? Why not median? This statistic's just not even right. This is the median household income, but actually the average annual income and median household earnings across major demographics breakdown is this. White people are number 2, not like white non-Hispanic are number 2. So I don't know what this is. This is obviously wrong. I think everybody knows that this is wrong right off the bat. Indian Americans are not number 1. I'm not sure where they're getting this. This is from 2013. This doesn't even make sense. What? There's no fucking. This isn't even true. He's just showing. He's just showing like an inaccurate statistic that he got from fucking Reddit from 3 years ago instead of like an updated statistic. What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is this? What? Why does it say this? I'm trying to understand what this statistic comes from. Oh, you want to know what it is? Okay, maybe it's because it's broken down more specifically. Fuck, I just fucked this up again. Because Indian people are considered Asian American. Duh, fuck, like that was incredible of me. It's also heads of household, or that's household income rather. So I wonder, hold on, are Indian Americans more likely to have more people live in their household? Yes. Okay. In the American household, generally larger than the average U.S. household. The average U.S. household has about 2.6 people. In comparison, the average Asian American household has about 3.1. So one of the this is one of the problems when you do this by household is that like if you live in I live in a household with 2 people, it's myself and my wife. But if you're like an Indian American and you're more likely to have like your brother live with you and your brother works as well, then wouldn't that increase the household? That would increase the amount of money inside the household. Right? So, yeah, that would make sense as well. I think that like going by household statistics is probably not the smartest way to go here.
Indian Americans, Filipino Americans, Taiwanese Americans, white Americans are all the way down here at $59,000 for
this is I understand this graph now.
Median household income.
So all these different groups up here are just different types of Asian groups, and then we just collect all white people together. Right, so we're gonna we look at Asians as a broad. It's broad, Korean, fucking Chinese, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like Indian, these are all different types of Asians. So they separated all these different types of Asian into like a specific category, and then they just say white. They don't talk about like German or Irish or et cetera, et cetera. So it seems like there are so many different groups doing better than white people in America, but it is really just one group. And also, this is household income. And let me get the video up on the screen so you guys can actually see it. But this is this is household income. And these households, like Asian Americans, tend to have larger households, which would mean their income is just going to be larger because they have larger households. Like that's a reality. So lots of different things to keep in mind here.
Income. So are these people that are up at the top committing all of these crimes, or are these people doing that? No, I don't think so. So these are...
He just is so stupid.
Random, uncorrelated things. Yeah, federal aid was perfect. It was. So I have no problem with acknowledging that black people will be more disproportionately affected by programs that help people because of income, but I don't think those programs should be done and decided based off of race. If the problem is that these people were denied generational wealth, then the way that you should solve that problem shouldn't be based off of race. It should be based off of wealth. But that's not what they want to do. It's because they don't care about that. They care about figuring out some sort of racist way. And this is the problem, is that this is why I think I trigger a lot of these people, is because I'm one of the only people that actually isn't racist.
You're so right, Asmongold. You're right.
I'm looking at this objectively.
Yeah,
I say...
Okay. Incredible.
Yes, you're correct that black people have been disproportionately affected by this.
You went on the entire time saying that they basically haven't, and it doesn't really matter. It's not a factor, but okay.
Let's try to correct that. Okay, so the problem is that people weren't able to get money. All right, well, a lot of people don't have money. Why don't we make a thing to where people that don't have money are able to get money, and it'll help black people disproportionately?
You've never advocated for that in any meaningful capacity. You're a Trump guy. Trump is not doing any of that for people. He's making the wealth gap worse. So, I mean, you could say everything you want to say, but you don't actually care. And it's fine. You just don't give a fuck. Like, stop pretending that you care.
That's the way a logical, reasonable, empathetic person would solve problems.
So true, King. So true.
But they don't want to do that because they don't care about equality. They care about talking shit and being racist.
Yeah, because you don't do that.
That's the reason why. Get a job? Well, I mean, I'm talking about for kids, right? Like a kid trying to get into college or something like that. Right. They're the ones making it about race.
Right.
And there's no reason for that.
Right. Yeah, it's so true. So true.
Wealth gap, and why is
what does it matter? Like, it doesn't even matter what this guy's. It doesn't even matter. Like, it goes in one ear now the other.
everyone talking about it? The racial wealth gap is a measure of wealth inequality between racial groups in the U.S. Here's a prime example. Black families make up 14% of the population, but own only 5% of American wealth, while white households make up 65% of the population, but control 80% of the wealth. The gap traces back to the 1863 emancipation.
This argument can also be immediately refuted whenever you look at different groups that are outside of white people that control, because like, you know, you look at 7%, it was like 80% or something like that. There's like a missing 15% there. There are going to be like massive distortions because you have certain groups of people that come into the country and are very successful culturally in America.
Yeah, no shit. They're not culturally successful. They're successful because they have money. They come into you. That's why like a lot of Asian Americans are doing. Like if you look at the statistics, statistically, Asian Americans have the biggest wealth gap between themselves. They're like the highest earners and like the lowest earners, because it's a diverse group. A lot of people do come in though, and they have tremendous amounts of money already, and then they come into the country, and they have that money means that they have better education, et cetera, et cetera. So they're able to get access to a better job when they come in. So
America. White and black people are not the only people that you can find in America.
Proclamation, which led to freedom for almost 4 million Black Americans.
A lot of people.
By 1860, their labor accounted for 60% of U.S. exports, $200 million a year, but Black Americans received nothing.
Labor is not a necessary, like it is not a one-to-one value creator. Just because you work very hard or you do something doesn't necessarily mean that that has the same value as what it's creating for that company.
Sure.
This is like just more commie slop. It's just not. It's not true then for anybody that was black. It's not true now for people that work inside of a company. It's just simply not true.
Well, because we know everybody's getting paid the value that they're making in their companies, of course.
No land, no money.
I like that. Like that's a big issue that we have in America is that people aren't getting paid a fair share of like the value that they produce for a particular company, which is one of the problems as well. And it's like, well, just because you produce value for a company doesn't mean, okay, gotcha. You're right, dude. You're so right. Yeah.
Without any money or land,
people, even McDonald's workers should make more. People are like, oh, they can't make more to jack up the prices of a burger. Or do you really want that? It's like they're being so fucking obtuse. Like you obviously have no idea how McDonald's makes money. And you're like, well, they make money selling hamburgers. It's like, yeah, but also no. McDonald's makes money selling hamburgers and selling real estate. Okay, what happens is this is what ends up happening. Is McDonald's, somebody goes, hey, I want to open up a McDonald's franchise. And it's like, okay. McDonald's goes, they survey the land, they say this is acceptable, then they buy the land, and then they rent that land back to the owner of the franchise. So the franchisee now has to pay a percentage of the money that they make on top of having to pay more money than they should have to for the real estate that they put their land on, or that they have their McDonald's on. This is the play. This is the double dip. It's unnecessary. And because of that, they can't pay people as well. Right? You could just take the money that they would save by not having to pay more money into that real estate would instantly make up for the increased pay to the workers there. But people don't want to look at it like that. That's why real estate is like such a fucking demon in this country. People will just buy land and do literally nothing and generate money, even though they're completely worthless. People don't want to look at it like that, though. They don't. They don't look at it like that. They don't care at all. They don't give a fuck. They just talk. They're just saying things. Asmongold doesn't even understand what I'm saying. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand how like linked the system is to all these like different aspects that fuck you in the ass. But you know, whatever. I guess we'll just make a really like low effort, fucking unintelligent point. My name is Asmongold. Incredible. I'm gonna fucking sweep for Jeffrey Epstein next. Sorry, for Trump and his association with Epstein.
How could newly free Black Americans create wealth? The second barrier to building wealth: housing discrimination.
Right.
One significant driver to the racial wealth gap, as I mentioned before, is going to be homeownership. Homeownership is a significant driver of wealth, whereby every year of homeownership, homeowners gain about $14,000 in equity. Conversely, if you don't have access to homeownership, you don't have access to that type of equity and that cushion that you could get from having money saved from homeownership.
Housing discrimination allows things.
Well, and yeah, I mean, this isn't even an argument. I mean, I think housing discrimination is removed, right? I mean, they got rid of that. I mean, I'm sure like maybe somewhere in like, you know, again, Mississippi, there might be something like that, which is obviously bad. But in a general sense, that this is removed. They got rid of this. Obviously, they got rid of this.
He's just so worthless, dude. He's just so worthless. The entire point is that, especially now, it's like very hard to buy a house. But your parents were able to get houses easier for like 3 pennies and a fucking peanut. And since black people at the time where it was easy to get houses were denied their ability and accessibility to getting those houses, for instance, after the Vietnam War, black veterans weren't getting good loans like white veterans were, especially on Long Island. that reduces people, like an entire generation's ability to generate wealth. That's the entire generational wealth. That's the entire point that's being made. As it goes like, well, we made this illegal now, so it's fine. Intentionally obtuse. That's all it is. It's intentionally obtuse. It's just being stupid for the sake of being fucking stupid.
Deny home loans to the black community through a practice called redlining. Redlining was a government-sponsored practice of denying mortgages and other financial services.
And you can see how this is the grievance culture that is weaponized and inflicted against white people specifically.
Oh my God.
But if you look actually at the thing about redlining, you'll see that this is not a thing that is white and black. It is something that was affecting, as I said, it happened to Mexicans, it happened to Italians, it happened to Jewish people, it happened to other groups as well.
Jewish people are white, Asmongold.
Oh, this isn't something that's unique to just black people.
Nobody's saying that it is. You notice how like he literally just has to make excuses for racism over and over again? He just doesn't care. He just hates black people. That's all it literally comes down to.
This conversation makes me and black people uncomfortable. I'm glad you're having it because you're absolutely right. Yeah, I know. And the thing is that the problem is that I think a lot of like reasonable people see what I'm saying and they
nobody does
agree with it. But there are people that are actually racist. Like once you, I think this is the main thing racist. Is that once you recognize that
this is the problem that Asmongold is going to have is people like me don't care if you call me. I don't care if you call me racist. I even said before I don't care about black people. They're regular people to like me, like everybody else. Asmongold does not like black people. He's made that pretty clear in this video multiple times. Right? Like this isn't me coming from a place where I want black people to like me. Okay, black people love me, especially black women. Okay. It's fucking black girls like a fucking bear. That's all I'm going to say, okay? I don't need black people to like me. I don't care if black people like me. I'm not saying these things because I want black people to like me. I'm saying them because they just happen to be correct. This is just the reality of the world, and I live in the reality of it. Asmongold he says like, oh yeah, I guess racism kind of existed, but not really anymore. He's just saying things. That's all he's doing. He's just saying things. Because he wants the approval of racists. That's what he wants. That's what he gets off to. That's it.
The people that are advocating for this stuff are genuine racists.
Whoa, me too.
The rest of what they do makes sense. Because it's like, logically, why would they not want to solve the problem by approaching the wealth disparity by attacking the wealth disparity itself?
You mean like conservatives who are always trying to get rid of wealth disparity? Or
it's because they're racist.
Whoa.
That's the reason why. They're using equality as something to get people on board, but what they're really trying to do is advocate for other forms of racial advantages for them and people like that.
Right.
That's the reason why. It's because they are racist.
Right.
To segregated black and brown neighborhoods. It's called redlining because bankers literally drew red lines around undesirable communities. One black household in a middle-class community was enough to make the federal government deny mortgage loans in that area. As a result, black families turned to predatory lenders or were shut out from home ownership completely.
We just keep having to fight battles, but a lot of the things that have happened to black folks in America were orchestrated and they were legal. They were systemic.
Well, what's the key word in that? Were.
Whoa! He owned it! He missed the point on purpose. We're doing it.
They were. Now they're not.
I mean, it wasn't.
That's so freaky, baby.
Like, it just happened that way.
Where am I right now?
It was designed to be that way.
And like all forms of systemic...
Either way, it's nothing to do with what you said in a tweet. Another strong...
We did it. Woo.
Study about affirmative action, medical school acceptance rates here. Yeah, I'll pull that one up after this. After this is the... oh my God. Okay, give me a minute.
Oh my God. Give me a minute. I have to pretend I haven't seen this before. Rewatched.
Racism, the downstream effects are seen in the modern day.
Right.
And by the way, this is the United States Treasury website literally admitting one of the factors for this gap is due to the United States government. They are admitting their policies stifled black home ownership.
It is.
Systemic racism.
Yes. And now we fixed it. That's correct.
Now, back to Zach's dumbass tweet. The first fucking line from this...
Which, by the way, is completely nothing about what I said. This has nothing to do with it at all.
Is that black people benefit from systemic racism.
Correct.
Now, I know what Zach is trying to say here. Through policies like affirmative...
Well, he's trying to be racist. That's it. That's what all he's trying to do.
Action, black people benefit, and that because affirmative action is a governmental policy that is systemic. The problem with this line of logic is that it's not racism.
Okay, that means that... oh my God. Whatever you want to call it, it's bad. Like, I don't know, you want to say it's prejudice, you want to say that it's bias, you want to say that it's unfair, whatever you want to call it, it's still going to be bad. And the reason why they say that it's not racist is because they're the ones that are racist. They want to control the usage of the word racism so they can use it to control conversations. He's dancing around terminology? Yes, obviously.
Yes, affirmative action effectively produced outcomes where an equally qualified white man could be disqualified for an equally qualified black man. But
that's racist. What do you mean? Like, that's literally... So that means...
Yeah, he's acknowledging that it could happen, but it's most likely not going to happen. And it's going to benefit more because there's going to be more people that don't get a job because they're black than will get a better job over a white person because they're fucking black. That's the point, but okay.
That you pick the person over their skin color. Right. That's literally racist. What are we...
Well, either way, that's going to happen, but having affirmative action is going to reduce the amount of people getting picked for a job because of their skin color.
Even doing... Oh my God. This is like, you just, I don't even know what to say. So take a look at this. This is the thing I was going to show you guys. Medical school acceptance rates in the United States from 2013 to 2016. If you had a score of I guess 24 to 26 with a 3.2 to a 3.9, if you were Asian, you had a 6% chance to get accepted. If you were black, you had a 56% chance to get accepted. That's systematic. That's insane. Holy shit. So there it is. That's fucked up. And yes, and I want you guys to see this because this is how unbalanced and how unfair it is. Like, look at these charts. I mean, this is an insane, this is an insane breakdown. And also, like, this is like, I mean, 6 versus 56, 21 versus 81. If black people have lower GPA, would it explain more blacks being admitted with lower GPAs? If they have a lower GPA, then they shouldn't be admitted. Why would you be admitting people based off of their skin color? I was reading...
I don't know. That's how everything's always been done, unfortunately. So I guess that's the answer.
A graph wrong, and I might just be retarded. Don't worry about it.
That's probably the case, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So this is what happens. And it's embarrassing. And by the way, this is the systematic and systemic racism that I was talking about. These DEI...
Yeah, white people are really the ones that are really at risk, you know what I mean?
Diversity opportunities that are presented for minority groups at the expense of other groups of people, primarily white people, and also Asians.
Right. White people are the true victims.
You can see here, whites and Asians are being dramatically suppressed. This doesn't...
Whoa! Medical school acceptance rates by MCAT score? I don't understand what this means. Black people have lower scores, and they're getting black people with lower scores are getting accepted. Gotcha. Okay, this is over 10 years old, but like this is probably a really good thing to look at. Who cares? Like this is the design of like affirmative action programs, even if this statistic is true. The point of it is to say, hey, listen, there's 2 ways that we can tackle this problem. Way number 1 is like there is a disparity when it comes to different groups of people getting into certain careers and professions because of racism. So we're gonna change quotas for people, and at the same time you're supposed to try to work on providing people more access to resources so that they will be able to get better test scores growing up. Asmongold says that he supports that, but he doesn't. He loves Trump, the guy who's literally destroying the entire fucking country. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't care that black people might get lower scores and still get a job. I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? It doesn't change anything. If you actually cared, you would vote for people that were trying to cure poverty, but you don't. You love the guys who don't want to cure poverty. So like, it doesn't matter. It's a moot point. It's like so fucking irrelevant. It doesn't even matter anymore. It's just like such a boring point. Who gives a fuck?
It doesn't happen accidentally. It doesn't. Like, this is happening because it's being done on purpose.
Okay. If you say
this process also held that an equally qualified white woman would be chosen over an equally qualified black man. In fact, women were the largest beneficiaries of DEI and affirmative action policies.
So because white women were beneficiaries of DEI, it doesn't mean that DEI was racist?
Sure, that's exactly what he's saying. He's saying that white people benefit more from it than black people. That's the point that he's making.
It obviously does. You say this all the time? Yeah.
Ooh.
What is this here? Can I find this? That's not even an argument.
Okay. Apparently nothing is an argument.
Primarily, like, again, do you want to know who the biggest beneficiaries of DEI are? It's...
I don't know, maybe white, racist, pedophile, rapists? I don't know. What is DEI? Is it when a big streamer on YouTube decides to sweep for Trump fucking molesting kids or fucking raping people on Epstein's Island? Allegedly. Such an allegation.
It's not black people. It's white women. Those are the ones that are really winning out of DEI. They're the ones that are actually getting hired because of these processes. Yeah, it's fucking Karens. That's it.
Karens.
And so this is
true. Ooh, you got
we
him.
know this. Everybody knows this.
You owned them, dude.
I've said it multiple times. There's another one. Let me see.
You owned them.
Preferential treatment. The biggest beneficiaries of DEI aren't black people. It's white women.
Ooh.
9 months ago.
9 months
and companies
ago.
first, exactly. So these are the reasons why this is not an argument.
Owning him.
Saying that white women benefit from it too, so it can't be racist, is crazy. It's both sexist and racist.
So
like that is the best evaluation of this argument is that it is both sexist and racist, which is true, by the way. It is true. This is sad.
So by definition and by practice, affirmative action
even with the parameters of an own argument, he's wrong about two things at the same time. Yep.
That's cool.
A systemically racist policy because all ethnic groups benefited from that policy and it disproportionately affected gender. So it is a
all
lie.
Ethnic groups benefited from it and it disproportionately affected gender. Yes, it did affect gender as well. But actually, it definitely white men did not benefit from it, number one. And also, just because it benefits gender doesn't mean that it also benefits ethnic groups. And it also did create a tier list. And if that wasn't the case, then you wouldn't see the medical school acceptance rates be so different.
Whoa.
It's just simply not true.
Crazy.
Like 6 versus 56%, that's insane. Think about that.
How do we know that one of the reasons why is that there's just areas black areas that need nurses, and black people are more likely to be nurses in those areas, and they just don't get the same access to education growing up, so those nurses are just not necessarily as qualified, but they have to accept those people because they need to satisfy those institutions. How much of it is that? You know what I mean? What are we doing here?
That affirmative action was racist.
Yeah.
The best
is.
Whoa.
It is racist.
Super racist.
Because there are some instances of them continuing to do it now, which I think need to be shut down by the government.
We need to shut it down right now.
Argue here is that it is somewhat discriminatory towards white men.
But we don't need to shut down the pedophiles, though. That's Asmongold's take. Just the systemic, this stuff. Just the DEI.
And
which it is.
White men specifically, because it literally benefits every single other group. And even then, that would be a lie, as affirmative action includes mandates for hiring veterans and people with disabilities. Both groups...
This is intentionally misunderstanding. You can just look at the college acceptance rates and you're going to see that very clearly they're done based on race.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just intentionally misunderstanding.
True. You got him, dude. You owned him.
White men make up a significant portion. So no, affirmative action and DEI are not a form of systemic racism. And no, black people and other minority groups do not enjoy preferential treatment at the expense of white and Asian people.
They absolutely do. They overwhelmingly do, and it's obvious.
It's obvious.
This is the reason why you have the medical school acceptance rates. This is the reason why there are so many opportunities that are presented for people that are black. If you look at how many advocacy groups and how many foundations are set up to benefit black people versus white people on the basis of their skin color. So to say that this isn't true is to just actively deny reality. I think that a lot of people don't like saying what I'm saying because people are afraid that people say that you're racist for saying this. But in fact, I'm one of the only people that is.
He's one of the only people. He's one of the only people, except for the Daily Wire, Trump, literally everybody in the fucking conservative apparatus. He's one of the only ones, though. He's one of the only ones, guys. People voted for the fucking the pedophile, rapist, racist president, but you know what? This is not a common sentiment. He's the only one saying it.
Isn't racist. I think that everybody should be given a fair chance. And that also means that if you fail your fair chance, you lost fair and square.
Is it a fair chance if you're born into a disproportionately poor neighborhood because of a historic redlining and lack of being robbed of opportunities? Does that does that give you a fair chance, or is that acceptable? Is that acceptable, or how does that work?
And the problem is that if you look at these different graphs, you can clearly see that there is a bias that's being set for race. There's a bias that's being set for ethnicity. And the moment that you start grading on a curve based off of ethnicity is the moment that you are literally institutionalizing and creating systematic racism. Just because the racism benefits you doesn't make it not racism. It just means that it's benefiting you, so you want to pretend like it's not happening.
Yes. Case in point. Yes, Asmongold. That is the point that's being made. That is the exact point that's being made. Racism is benefiting you, and an unimpressive white guy and other unimpressive white people racism benefits them, and they want to peel back protections that can help actually the hardworking black people because they want to get a job they're not qualified for, like they have historically. Yes, that's the whole point. That is the point that's being made. Thank you.
That's the reason why. It's very odd.
Very odd. Very odd.
Are you unaware that Asians are a minority group in the United States too?
Exactly. So why is the crime rate so much different?
I don't know. I guess black people are just worse. Is that the argument? What's your argument? Why do you think black people are worse? Why do you think that their crime rates are so high? What's your argument? What do you think? How come you won't say anything specifically? How come you won't stamp your name on it? You keep saying that you're not afraid to speak the truth, and then you refuse to give an answer for that question.
Why would you group those two together, Zach? Are you
because Asians, yeah.
Referring to the ridiculous Supreme Court ruling students...
Ridiculous Supreme Court...
versus Harvard.
What?
Setting that aside for the moment.
Look at the graph. That's insane. Look at this graph. Oh my God. 56 versus 6 and 8%. The reason why I include Asians is because
it's because you like Asian women, because you're also a statistic. Oh, that's interesting too. Okay, medical school acceptance rates. So this is per capita. So if there's substantially less black people that are even applying, their acceptance rates might be higher if it's like 10 black people and 5 of them get in versus like 10 and 100 white people. Got it. Okay. Incredible.
Because Asians are the only other minority group that get both ends of the shit stick. Not only were they put in internment camps if you were Japanese in World War II, but on top of that, now you're being systematically disenfranchised in college because you're doing too well. No, that's the reason why I'm including them. It's because it's bullshit. It's bullshit for them. And also, a lot of the things that are happening for white people are not only happening to white people, that they're worse for Asians.
Yeah. No.
There's a chart right there. But it's the Supreme Court ruling is ridiculous. Oh, of course. So now let's get into how all the...
Dude, I like how he was ready to ult there. Like, he knew that he was going to, like, fucking have a meltdown there. Because, he pre-watched the fuck out of this video.
The courts are rigged. Oh, my God. The graph has nothing to do with the ruling. I knew he'd pull it up. So these are two totally separate things.
What other areas are black and Hispanic people benefiting at the expense of Asian people besides the overstated college admissions issue?
Overstated.
Yeah, overstated.
This is overstated, guys.
It is overstated. We know it's overstated. You want to know the reason we know it's overstated and not a single fucking Asian person complains about this? Asian people... Asian people don't they're not concerned with this because it's not there's no issue in Asian communities with this. They're not concerned with it. It's not a real problem. That's how we know it's overstated, because it's not real. It's not really something that's negatively impacting Asian people. That's literally it. Whoa, crazy. Whoa.
It's overstated.
Give examples. I'm sure everyone would like to hear them, Zach. And please, be very specific.
Is this it? Where's areas of black and Hispanic people benefiting at the expense of Asian people? There's that one. College is massive. It's gigantic.
Back to the Supreme Court issue.
Huge.
We currently have a compromised Supreme Court that is doing its damnedest.
The Supreme Court is compromised. They're making all the bad rulings. Yes. So basically, it's either you're right.
Yes, that is the case. Yes. You have somebody in the Supreme Court who thinks that we should overturn gay marriage. Yes, they are making bad rulings. I'm pretty sure that they ruled that like Trump is immune from like any fucking punishment for him inciting a riot. As a bad Supreme Court, yes.
Right? Or...
Which, by the way, Asmongold has historically agreed that Trump did January 6th, but I guess he probably would change his mind on that now.
They're scamming. There we go, right? Oh my God.
Right. Oh my God. Oh my God. The system is perfect. The system is perfect. The system is perfect. The system is perfect. That's what Asmongold's saying right now, that the system is actually perfect and is working perfectly. That's what he's saying, just to be clear. Like, that's what Asmongold is communicating. Everything is actually fine. The system is perfect. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it anymore.
Only oversaturated because Asians are white adjacent. Yes, exactly. So this is, yes. And finally, the Supreme Court is making the right decisions. Conspiracy theories.
Overwhelmingly
finally, they're making the right decisions.
Conservative policies and rulings. Yeah. And these rulings almost always come at the expense of black Americans.
Yeah, that's because there's a lot of institutional racial advantages that black Americans have that they shouldn't have.
So you want to be black? Is that what you're saying? Other than being able to say the N-word, like, what's one benefit of being black, Cosby? It's like none, dude. You get shafted. It's so funny because none of these people would ever like they would definitely, if they started at a new game, they would definitely not choose to be black because they know what life would be harder. So he's sitting here, he's saying all these things, but he's like, no, I don't actually. He doesn't actually believe it. He doesn't actually believe anything he's saying.
Things like affirmative action, DEI, preferential hiring processes, all of those things should be deleted. If there are no racial differences, then we should approach the problems like that by looking at commonalities that affect all groups of people, such as income.
You don't care about that. You don't care about that. It's a virtue signal. You're just saying things.
We don't have slavery anymore. We don't have Jim Crow anymore. We don't have segregation anymore. No matter how much people want to cosplay on Twitter.
We do have segregation. It's just based on money, but yeah, okay. I mean, listen, it doesn't matter. None of these things matter. Asmongold doesn't actually want to solve the problem. Asmongold never advocates for wealth equality. He'll say he does. He spends more time justifying why it was okay for Trump to be on Epstein's island than he does. Than he does when it comes to this. That's it. Like, he doesn't care about wealth inequality. He says he does. It's a virtue signal. He's like the biggest Trump fucking guzzler in the entire world. Like, that's literally it. So,
that are thinking that they're, still in the Underground Railroad or something. We're not even anywhere near that at all. None of these things have anything to do with current day.
What is an underground railroad? What the hell?
It's income.
Ruling in Students v. Harvard.
What's income? It's income. Can we change it? No. I don't care. I'm just income. I'm coming inside.
It's a joke because the prosecution's claim
of
Trump.
It's a joke, right? Okay, so now you're malding about the Supreme Court case. Okay, got it.
Hinged on the idea that American institutions like Harvard already operate on a level playing field, which we know they don't.
Yes.
At Harvard specifically, there are legacy admissions, donor preferences, networking advantages, and wealth inheritance that disproportionately benefit white students.
Okay, they should get rid of that.
You think we should get rid of nepotism? Okay. We should get rid of it. Okay, cool. Again, he's saying, I guess, that we should get rid of nepotism. Here, which I don't even think I agree with. But he would never advocate for that. He's just saying it. Oh, we should just get rid of it. Okay, I guess get rid of it. Oh, so if somebody ran on doing that, would you vote for them? No, I wouldn't. No. Oh, okay. So you're just saying something. You're just saying a thing. You're saying a thing is bad when you don't actually think it's bad. You don't actually have a meaningful take on it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's like, okay, cool, got it.
And also, like, disproportionately benefiting white students, that doesn't make it bad.
So then how come DEI is bad if it disproportionately helps black people, like you say? What's the difference? Other than skin color. Interesting.
This is the thing, like, I just... Oh my God.
Just keep in mind, like, again, this is the Asmongold tactic. 5 seconds. It's Asmongold. Asmongold is the 5 second rule. Like, he can't think above 5 seconds. Like, he's eating his own brain off the floor. Like, he can't think beyond 5 seconds. That's the entire thing that's happening here. If white people benefit from something, it's good. If black people benefit from it, it's bad. That's literally it.
God. This is why these people are actually just racist.
Okay.
They're actually just racist. They want to advocate for and say that, oh, well, it's bad because it disadvantages, or it gives advantages to white people.
You saw how he slipped there? He was about to say it disadvantages black people. He's like, well, I can't say that. That sounds bad. Well, it advantages white people, so why is that bad? Why is DEI bad if it advantages black people then?
Meanwhile, they want something that's exclusive for an advantage for themselves.
Who's themselves? Also, who cares, man? Who cares if black people want to get ahead by fucking doing something like that? Like, I don't know. Who gives a fuck? Even if it was racist, which it's not. It just makes the most sense to do to try to have a good society. But, like, fucking, you have all these different groups of fucking people, mostly white people, that ingrain themselves in some kind of an institution. And so if black people are trying to ingrain themselves in institutions through DEI policies, then who gives a fuck? You know, we don't really give a fuck about, you know, fucking Italians having different, you know, sanitation things or whatever. Because that's what happens. Is that groups come to America and they usually come and they start doing crimes. Some of them, right? They'll have like this has been like historic. There's been like Jewish like gangs. There's been Irish gangs, Italian gangs. There's been gangs, black gangs. And what they do is they'll usually like do illegal shit and then they'll slowly transition into like legal enterprises. That's the point, because opportunity isn't really there for communities who just like came here. Right, so if black people want to fucking try to use DEI to their advantage, I don't care. That's not what's happening. Not in the way that Asmongold is trying to say it. But who the fuck cares, dude?
That's it. Oh my God. You're arguing with a non-starter? Yeah, they refuse to understand. I know, it's just so sad.
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't really get it.
Somehow, the group suing Harvard ignored all of that to focus on the 18% of the class of 2027 who were black. 18%. This number decreased to 14% after the Supreme Court's ruling.
Wow.
The Asian cohort went from...
Did you catch how Asmon dodged the question Birdman asked? Did he prepare the... no, I didn't. What are you talking about? This is what you're saying he dodged?
They're two totally separate things.
What other areas are black and Hispanic people benefiting at the expense of Asian people besides the overstated college admissions issue?
Overstated.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. He doesn't answer the question. He just shows a graph. When it comes to, like, Harvard. I guess this one's not Harvard specifically. But he doesn't show other areas. Gotcha. Okay.
37% to 37%. Literally zero change to them, but a 4% drop in black student admission. which, if you haven't been paying attention, is the fucking goal. The group that's...
Isn't the goal supposed to be having a fair admission process where you're able to apply and then be judged based off of your ability to, perform well in a college?
So show us the failure rate. Are these black people underperforming? Are they doing horribly? Are they not passing college? Are they not qualified for the job that they get? Like, what's the issue with what's happening?
The goal isn't to get black people into college.
Why? What the goal? Yes, it is. The goal is to try to get black people to a point where they're equal in some capacity.
The goal isn't to get white people into college. The goal is to get smart people into college.
Me when I'm a centrist?
And the moment that you're not making...
The point is to try to give black people the same opportunities that white and Asian people have had in general in the United States. That's literally the point. And one way... And I can definitely agree 100% that we should focus less on the outcomes and we should focus more on the opportunity and providing people with opportunity and being like, yeah, we need to have better schooling and education and job expansion and poor communities and better policing and better this and that. I agree. It's just not happening. That's the problem, right? It's not like people like Asmongold unironically vote in a way or advocate in a way that that would try to help poor people. He doesn't. He says he does, but he literally doesn't. He likes Trump. Nothing has ever been better under Trump. The economy's always been worse every single time he's in. He's just saying a thing. He doesn't actually care. So the problem is when you have low IQ fucking white people who are dumb as fuck who say dumb shit like this, unfortunately you're going to have to be we got to force people into a position. Every single person who complains about DEI policies has no interest in actually helping poor people. They just say it as a virtue signal. It's the same thing as when they'll say something like oh, we shouldn't be giving money to Ukraine. We could be spending that money in America. And then you're like, okay, what about universal health care? No, I don't want to do that either. They don't care. It's a virtue signal. It's a virtue signal. And it's always funny coming from conservatives because they are the ones that always destroy the budget. They're objectively worse for the budget than fucking Democrats are. That's literally it. Republicans are all feelings based. Democrats are all fucking facts based, unfortunately. At least disproportionately so. That's just a reality of the world. All right, fucking Biden and Obama were much better for the country than fucking Trump was, just based on the data. They inherited worse economies and they brought us out stronger.
On whether somebody's smart or not and letting them go to college, you're making a mistake. Duh. What are we even doing here? This is so stupid.
So stupid.
Oh Harvard, my God. Students for Fair Admissions, headed by this guy, Edward Blum, who has dedicated his entire career to dismantling progress in racial equality. And
based, patriot, champion.
Oh, got him.
Specifically, black representation.
Black representation. See, this is the verbal sleight of hand that these people try to use. They try to use terms like representation and equality when what they're really saying is institutional preferential treatment that is now being rescinded because the institutional preferential treatment is no longer justified because the counterbalance doesn't exist anymore. Things like, for example, Jim Crow or segregation. So we don't need that anymore.
Right, that's what I've always been saying. Once segregation was over, everybody was like, "Oh, right, now we're allowed to treat black people the right way, like they're people." This damn segregation was making me treat black people poorly, and I really never wanted to. But now I'm allowed to treat them like they're people again. That's how it works, guys. Okay.
They use terms like equality and representation because they think that if you use these terms, people will have a harder time arguing against them because now they're not able to argue against equality and representation. So no, this isn't going to work. Yeah, this guy's a patriot. I hope he keeps doing it. Thank God.
Versus Vera, a Supreme Court case against redistricting in Texas that sought to increase racial minority representation in Congress. Fisher versus...
Crying about a DEI district. Yeah, those are getting deleted now, aren't they?
Well, it's not a DEI district. Conservatives have to cheat to win. And so they want to redraw maps and not have black people have the representation in their communities that they should get. That's it. Black people should be able to have a proportionate amount of representation for how big their communities are, and they're simply not getting it. So, but okay. I mean, whatever framing you want to do is fine. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's like banging your head against a wall. There's no reason to even get worked up. Asmongold's just like a moron. He's just a fucking ape.
It's time to vote like an American. I know, it must be horrible. You can't be basing decisions off of racial bias.
Okay.
I know,
A little ironic considering you hate black people, but okay. But you like rapists, which is weird.
Me, I don't know. I was hoping people would vote as Americans, not as an ethnicity. I don't want...
Yeah, me too, but... Unfortunately, conservatives vote based on race, so...
want to have ethnic tribal voting in America. Nobody wants this.
You literally like Nick Fuentes, who is literally wants a tribalism in America based on skin color. I don't know what you're talking about. But okay. I guess when they do it, it's based. But when... okay. Got it.
You think you...
But when, like, the left doesn't do it, it is it. It doesn't even make sense. Holy fuck. Whatever.
You do, but you don't. It will create chaos.
Okay.
University of Texas. Another Supreme...
let's district things based off of how many black people are in them. That's so stupid.
Why? Why is it stupid? Because they're black? Like, I don't understand why it's stupid. It isn't stupid. It makes sense. People want to be represented by people who understand their issues, right? Like, this is the Gamergate guy that complains every single time that there isn't, like, enough fucking masculine man representation in my video games. They just don't get it. They just don't get it. How do I can't communicate it to them? They just don't understand it. I need more muscular cock in my games. It's so masculine. I need it. I need that representation. And then when it comes to other representation, they're like, I don't, what do you mean you want to be represented? That doesn't even make any sense. I can represent you just fine. It's like, oh, okay. So you're just like dumb as fuck. It's like intentionally obtuse. Okay, cool.
Court case regarding affirmative action in a college. Ooh. Shelby County versus Holder, a Supreme Court case concerning pre-clearance, or the right of the federal government to approve of voting law changes of certain states that had a history of racial discrimination, i.e. the South. This one was important because it resulted in a landmark decision that allowed historically racially discriminant states in the South to fuck with voter ID laws, removing...
Don't tell me this is somebody that thinks voter ID laws are racist, right?
Oh, God.
Well,
they are. They historically are used to suppress black, brown, and women voting. So, yeah, they kind of are. There's no reason to have new voter ID laws outside of what we have. There's no widespread voter fraud existing anywhere. So, yeah. The intentionality of using them is to suppress voter turnout for certain groups of people. So...
Voter ID laws are racist. Is it?
Well, actually, it's just trying to make sure that the elections are free and fair. Okay.
Racist to buy alcohol? I'm sorry.
Wait, do you have to show proof of citizenship to buy alcohol, or do you just have to show your ID? You guys, you see how stupid they sound when they say stuff like this? Oh, is it racist to have ID laws for alcohol? No, it's also not racist to have ID laws to vote. It is racist to do unrealistic hoops to jump through. You already have to show your ID. To register to vote, you need to utilize your ID. That's what it is. And you have to make sure that when you show up to vote that you sign your fucking name that matches your ID. There's no actual widespread voter fraud. They can't cope with it because they have to have the victim complex. It's a permanent victim complex to be MAGA. That's why Asmongold's going on talking about how nobody's willing to talk about any of this DEI shit, even though the president won't shut the fuck up about it. And every single conservative won't shut the fuck up about it. They're like Robin Hood in their minds. They literally, these are the exact same type of people who fantasize about having a daughter and hoping somebody tries to rape their little daughter so that I can beat him up. I hope somebody tries to fucking kill my wife so I can fuck them up. Like, this is the person. They have like insane fucking problems. They're fucking lunatic freaks. It's insane, dude.
But if you're too stupid to get an ID, I don't care what skin color you are. I don't want you to vote.
Wow.
I don't. And it's better for everybody that you don't.
The most effective...
What?
I'm sorry, but if you're too stupid to get an ID, I don't care what skin color you are. I don't want you to vote.
They're not asking you to get an ID. They're asking you to provide proof of citizenship, an unrealistic amount, like getting like a passport. What? I don't even think real IDs would work.
I don't. And it's better for everybody that you don't.
The most effective protection against racial voter suppression. Doesn't that...
I think that we should, if you can't get an ID, you are so stupid that you should not even be allowed to make decisions for yourself, period. You shouldn't.
That's crazy.
Like, I know this isn't like a politically correct thing to say, but anybody that's unable to get an ID for themselves and is able to do that, they are so stupid and so incompetent that this person is completely not a functional adult.
Okay.
You are not a functional adult in any capacity.
Yes, you are so correct. Guy who justifies child rape.
Everybody knows where the DMV is. Everybody knows how to get identification. If you can't get...
Yeah, it's expensive for some people. And there's also an issue when it comes to women voting with this whole bullshit SAVE Act, because the name change, it complicates it in a way that can make it very expensive. Every state is allowed to pick and choose what they're going to allow as proof in order to change your ID. It could be a very big issue. It's just an unnecessary... it's an unnecessary thing. It takes a long time to change, to like update all your information. So even if you do the right thing, you might not end up being able to vote.
Get identification, you are a totally dysfunctional invalid, and you should not be having any decision on who's the president.
Well, you don't even really seem to know if it's okay to molest children or not, so I feel like maybe you shouldn't be able to vote, because you don't really seem to understand that.
Duh. Of course not. Like, what are we talking about?
That sound familiar. The legacy of Edward Blum. That
champion. Patriot American.
Patriot American, guys. We love him.
I know. Equality must suck, huh?
Sucks so much. Yeah.
That's this guy's entire goal, to roll back civil rights protections, especially
civil rights protections. This is another reframing of preferential institutional treatment that's based off of race.
Okay.
No.
Those that affect or benefit black people. Just like I pointed out in my last video, it's a strange coincidence everything Zach promotes is backed by some white guy whose life goal is to shit on black people.
Well, I think that Asmongold just knows he's an uninspiring white person, and he really wants other uninspiring white people to get jobs that they're not qualified for. This fucking soul shit sucks in this game. Holy fuck. What's the percentage drop?
Are they right or not?
I have never understood the notion that...
I love how he has something ready because he pre-watched and he knew he was going to get fucking executed, so he decided... He's pretending that he's just like pulling these up on screen, but...
We could continue to focus on race in order to get over race. I've never understood that we have to continue to identify us in to be race conscious in order not to be race conscious. I think that's attributed to something from Justice Blackmun. And I just don't, I was in the seminary, as I note in my memoirs. I was the only black kid in my seminary in Savannah in 1965 to 67.
Playing in a hard mode.
And one of two in 1964 to 65. So you can see the world hadn't changed in Savannah at that time.
Yeah.
And what I found in getting along with the white classmates is to look at them not as white kids or as different, but as kids. To look at people as human beings and treat them as human beings.
Whoa!
Well, a black guy is saying something that Asmongold can latch on to, so it must be true. Cool. A black guy went to an all-white school that all saw him as a black kid, and he's like, what if I just didn't see their color? Maybe they won't see me as black anymore. And it obviously isn't working. The entire conservative apparatus right now is focusing on race and skin color. That's why Trump is saying things like all illegal immigrants that are coming here are here to rape you and eat your pets. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's been a concerted effort to try to be as racist as possible from the Trump administration. So like, we're just saying things at this point. It's fucking white people who won't shut the fuck up about race. And then the second that a black person says, well, okay, I guess we have to focus on race, all of a sudden it's like, oh, you, they just start fucking ulting and crying.
Whoa, wait a minute.
They're tall, they're short.
Whoa.
There's some less flawed. What? Some who are flawed, some less flawed.
Oh, a black guy agrees with me? Whoa. By this logic, wouldn't it be that, like, since I'm a white guy, I agree with him, that, like, it's just the point's moot? Like, what is it? This is pretty much dies.
But wait a minute, so you're supposed to... This
black guy is saying these things, like, Asmongold is using as a minstrel show. Like, that's how he's interpreting it. That's what he's using it for. That's not what this guy is doing, but that's how Asmongold interprets it. He doesn't care about any of this shit. He's just like, oh, a black guy agrees with me. I must be right.
Judge people off of their personality rather than their race. Oh my, this is crazy. Has anybody said this before?
Whoa.
The forbidden strategy. I know, these people don't want to do that. They don't want to do that, and they want to act like victims while they're simultaneously claiming advantages. This is what it is. These people are fundamental and just thorough racists. And this is the problem that happens, is that they are not interested in creating a better disparity between... They're not interested in creating opportunities. They're interested in creating outcomes. And to them, an outcome that doesn't put them in a preferential position is an unfair outcome because they've just invented this.
Right.
So this is why Zach said white and Asian Americans in his tweet. Because
because it's factually true.
It's fact.
Most people that promote white...
It's just a fact. It's just a fact.
Supremacist rhetoric, he's weaponizing Asian people against black and Hispanic people in the United States.
Well, I would say that Asian people are having the admissions process weaponized against them.
Well, no Asian person complains about this because it's not a real problem. How about that? I'm sure Asmongold will pay an Asian guy to complain about it.
Because they're not being accepted when they should be. Like, I don't think it's really me. I think identifying this is just a fact. Yeah, it's pretty...
It's a fact. It's pretty common sense. Pretty much everybody knows this.
Obvious.
Pretty obvious.
This is a very common tactic known as the
everybody knows this.
Model minority myth.
Yeah, they are a model minority. It's a fact.
Whoa, it's a fact. Everybody
it's not
knows
a myth.
This.
It's a fact.
Everybody knows this.
Look at crime rates. Look at success rates. Look at income and everything. Yeah.
And black people are just violent because they're black, I guess, right, Asmongold? What other aspect is it? What?
Yeah, I wish everybody that came here acted like that. It's not a myth. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Like this is the problem, is that we have so much of this institutional capture that's been done by people that are ideologically inclined and also racist, we've taken things like, for example, replacement migration, and then we've turned it into, like some sort of conspiracy theory that you can't acknowledge that this is happening. And then we've the model minority myth. It's not a myth.
Oh, okay. So what he's saying is like, hey, people aren't having kids in the United States to the same degree that they used to, and we need to replace labor somehow to do jobs. So we take in people from other countries. And Asmongold's saying, so either trying to, he's saying that is actually some kind of an effort to replace white people. That's what he's saying there. Meanwhile, Asmongold again will never vote or advocate in a way that would actually help people have kids. He doesn't care about universal health care at all. That would help people like reduce economic stress. He doesn't care about actually changing the wage gap. He doesn't care about making housing more affordable. He doesn't care about making sure that billionaires pay their fair share instead of taking out loans against their net worth to avoid paying taxes, right? And they don't pay themselves an actual income. He doesn't care about any of those things, but he'll virtue signal about them. He doesn't care, dude. This guy doesn't care. This is the typical conservative strategy, which is to create the problems to complain about and then complain about them and to make money off of doing it and become rich and then just like making people who are somehow dumber than you feel like they're smart. That's the entire conservative strategy. That's always been. Always. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, if it's a reality.
Keep it in mind, babies.
It's true. I'm using them as an example. You're exactly
not to be confused with BB. I know Asmongold really likes that guy a lot. That's why we're going to war for him.
Exactly right. That's the reason why.
And Asmongold justifies it.
Zach North.
I'm not XP farming, dude. I'm not XP farming. Stop it. You don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. Okay? To progress in the game, I need the soul from the stupid ass fucking head spitting piss at my balls here. I need this soul. I'm not getting it. I need the soul so I can advance in the fucking game. That's what I'm trying to do. It's not an XP farm. All right, stop it. Leave me alone.
Or Edward Blum give a flying fuck about Asian people.
All right, you see well, you can't see the map there because I have the video over, but just trust me, dude. Shut up.
Oh. Asians are just a pawn in their game. A game that, when that game...
Why won't Asmongold have kids then? He's all about individual responsibility, isn't he? Why won't he save the white race? Because maybe parts of him knows that he has male osteoporosis and his genetics are dog shit. But it's because he's a lazy, selfish, disgusting freak, right? Like he doesn't care. He's sitting here complaining that there's not enough white people, and then he won't make more white people. How hard would it be? You have a bunch of money, just go pay girls to get pregnant and pay for their kids.
Game is won will be turned against Asians, and
why is it so hard for these people?
My bad, you cooked me. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
To understand the concept of just being able to compete on an even playing field.
Whoa.
And if you're not successful on that even playing field, you obviously are a failure. These people constantly want to blame institutions and other forms of...
Asmongold, just answer the question. Why do you think black people commit more crime in America? Either there's two answers. Either the answer is because of different systemic things have happened now and historically that have disadvantaged them, or you think that they're inherently violent because of genetics. Those are your only two answers. Answer it. But this is what the answer would be. I think it's culture. Where did the culture come from? Answer that question there. Just answer it, dude, please. He wouldn't. He doesn't know how.
A lack of preferential treatment for the outcomes that they don't want. Because they're racist? Yeah, they're literally racist. This is what I think is very funny, is that... And this is one of the things that I think that now as this kind of stuff... And also, this is the reason why I talk about this a lot, is because I know...
Because nobody else will, of course, even though everybody else talks about it all the time.
Almost nobody else will talk about this.
There we go. Dude, he's got such an incredible dialogue tree. It's just common sense. I talk about this because nobody else will talk about this. Black people are just disgusting and violent. This is just his typical stuff that he talks about. That's it. He's just got a fucking dialogue tree every single time. It's the same shit. There's nothing intelligent. There's nothing nuanced. There's nothing explained in any capacity. It's just the same dumbass shit over and over and over again. Dude, you might as well... At this point, I'm convinced Asmongold might have just plugged himself into an AI bot or something. And he's just saying all this dumbass shit. It's not actually him saying it. He's just plugged into an AI bot or something.
And if they are talking about it, they're either completely racist in one direction or another.
Whoa, One Direction reference.
I'm one of the only people that talks about this in a way that is fair. I think.
Yeah. Of course, just you, Asmongold, you're a good guy.
It's very obvious that there are disadvantages that black people have had historically. I think that's obviously true.
Oh, okay. So where does what do you think that has an impact on them now?
The reality also is that right now those advantages in some cases do have ripple effects, but they can be better accommodated for by focusing on what the effects actually are.
Okay, so everything that you're saying right now, after you sat here and shit and cried and moaned about how dumb Birdman is everything that he's been saying the entire time, just like slightly reframed. Like do you realize how fucking dumb that you look when you say stuff like this? He doesn't. Like, it's just the weirdest virtue signal, like plausible deniability thing. He goes on and on and on, talking about how there's like, actually systemic racism doesn't exist. He's like, well, sometimes I guess there is something. It's like, okay, like what a boring fucking slovenly loser.
Rather than the race of the people that are experiencing them. Because a lot of people experience poverty.
I don't know. Maybe people should stop being racist, Asmongold, like you.
Not just black people. There are poor Asian people as well. There are poor Jews. There are poor white people. So when you're...
That's my fucking favorite. That's my favorite thing, dude. There are poor Jews. There are poor white people. I mean, dude, listen, I might be a little woke brain, but I'm telling you right now, that is a dog whistle to fucking white supremacists that don't think, like, white supremacists don't think that Jewish people are white, right? So when Asmongold says Jews and then right after this says white, he's intentionally trying to separate the two. To him, Jewish people are not white. That is the goal, right? So that's why he says stuff like that. So it's just funny when you hear it. It's just like, oh, look at that. Oh, who would have expected? Who would have expected?
Mode of attack and your mode of approach is not to attack the problem, but to attack a corollary like race. It's because you're literally a racist.
Whoa.
That's the reason why.
I'm racist. Who cares? The word racist doesn't mean anything anymore, does it, right? So who gives a fuck if I'm racist?
It's obvious.
Who cares, dude?
Fortunately, some of them are too fucking stupid to recognize that.
Oh, Asians are stupid. Look at this guy. Oh, I wonder if Martin Luther King, judge me not by my skin color, but by the contents of my character. Yeah, I wonder if hiring people and granting them college admissions based off of their skin color is following that ideology. Wow, geez, guys, I really wonder. And that's it.
Oh man, I'm more of a Malcolm X guy. I think that maybe we got to do maybe the odds have to be stepped up. I don't know. If these white people are willing to fucking storm the Capitol, I mean...
Especially going to see more people waking up to the truth, much as what known as black history is created lies, propaganda, denying to rewrite history, opportunistic blacks' preferential treatment, and exploit well-meaning Americans. Yeah, okay, so this is...
Me when I like MLK? Me when I like Charlie Kirk, who hates MLK? Wait a minute. How do I have these two opinions at the same time? What the fuck?
Some other thing, it's not even related to it at all. So this person also is...
What the Sigma?
They're also like negative against Asians as well.
Right.
So you see like the animosity here that's coming out really for no reason.
So just no reason.
What is this?
Oh, I think it's DMCA song.
I want to be free. You're not free. You're not, bro. You're not.
Oh, is this guy? Is he seriously getting triggered by music right now?
Free. Slavery is still there.
He's getting triggered by a song right now.
That's right. Black and Asian song. That's right. There's one guy with a photo. So
he's getting triggered by a song. Are you guys listening to this right now?
True, bro.
Bro, he's literally Ben Shapiroing right now. Actually, if you have a wet ass pussy, you might have a medical condition.
So true. It's really sad to see people like this that think that they're smart. The dude's actually racist. Let me pull this up.
Whoa. Hey, this guy's actually racist. Let me pull this up. He did this last time he wrecked a Birdman, by the way. He did like, wait, he's racist? Wait, let me pull this up. Oh, I found a tweet that shows that he might have be racist. Oh.
Let's see it.
Let's see it.
It's not. I'm not. It's irrelevant. The point is who starts. This is the guy. I remember this. Yes. This is the guy that made the video about me.
He just pulled up his own video as if it was like, he's just talking to himself, pretending that it's like authentic. Wait,
they're literally racist. So whenever they're accusing me of being racist, they're actually racist. And the reason why is because I'm cutting into their preferential treatment that plays into their biases. Objectively, the answer is white people who...
Just to be clear, right before this, we watched a segment about how Asmongold was running defense for Trump being a rapist guy, but, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, baby. It's all good.
Who started World War I. We can discuss Asians or we can discuss the topic at hand. We're not going to do both. Good. The claim was that white people are the most...
Wait, look. Oh, I remember this. I love this game where Asmongold pretends he doesn't really know who this guy is, but he knows exactly who this guy is. And the reason why he made this video is because he pre-watched it and he's like, oh, I think I have a bunch of information that I could use out of context to make him look bad for my audience of fucking morons. All this will be excellent. The problem is, this is one of the biggest problems that people don't understand when it comes to Asmongold. Is everybody that follows Asmongold, they feel really good watching him, and that feel good makes them not actually do anything about it, right? Because there's really nothing going on. Like people who follow Asmongold, they're like, yeah, I love Asmongold when he says like racist shit about black people. I love him so much. And then these people, that's all they really need, and they just go about their day like jacking off and not actually like trying to better themselves. That's it. So like this problem is going to like fuck itself out of existence in like the next 10 years. That's literally it. These people are going to be like addicted to drugs. They're going to just stay in their house because they have nothing going on in their life, and they're just going to be fucking just like worthless, poor, and pathetic because of themselves instead of trying to better themselves with the opportunity that they have.
Destructive race. Is this not a true claim? White people are a world minority, yet they commit the most atrocities per capita.
This is true.
You won't like that one. Really? Well, what about Mao? And no, these groups show white people commit rape more than the other groups combined. Do you want to know the reason why rape is being this is going to be maybe a spicy fucking take here, but the reason...
It's kind of true. White people do be more violent, right? Like we have our dicks in every other country. And frankly, I think any race or group of people would do the same thing if they happen to become successful. I think that's in some degree it's like through no luck of their own. I don't think that like to be honest with you, but I think a lot of it's like access to resources. Like, oh, white people grew up in areas where resources were, you know, blah blah blah, better in some capacity. You know, we had better fucking farming land and stuff. It helped us develop faster, blah blah blah, or better protections from this way, right? That's why like America is the most powerful country, even though like literally we were just like thrown here. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, America is the most powerful country in the world, but like, how did we become that? We were just like a bunch of fucking losers from England, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna put you here, and it turned out that here was like really good. That's it. Like there was nothing there. Like there was no actual anything. Just kind of happened. But we don't look at it like that, right? So interesting. Wow, I'm getting cocked. Anyway, you understand the point that I'm making here. I kind of forgot it's part of the point that I was making. Oh, everything's like no luck of your own, et cetera, but white people tend to be violent because we have like, you know, control over the rest of the world, and that control needs to be maintained with violence. Holy fuck, my balls. What the fuck is this thing? It's like a baby. It's like a baby Asmongold. He's got an umbilical cord and everything. What the fuck?
Reason why rape is being seen by white people more, it's because in a lot of places in Africa, it's not against the law.
Yeah, plus you are okay with rape. Like we've already established you don't care about the Epstein list, so I think that maybe this is a little bit of a cell phone, boss man. Yeah, I reacted to the video behind Asmongold. I got a whole Asmongold fucking react section, dude.
Sorry, bud.
My favorite thing is when there are people that are like, oh, Asmongold's gonna react to this Papa God. It's like, probably not. You can't even react to anything over 15 minutes. I don't know why he would ever do that.
Reality doesn't care about your feelings.
That's why when he does react to me, it's only like through clips that I post. Because he can't because he doesn't have the attention span for it.
And the age and the days of being a racist black person trying to advocate for preferential treatment while simultaneously playing the victim card, they've come to an end. We're getting rid of all of these advantages, and you're going to have to compete on an even playing field. Because just like Martin Luther King said, you shouldn't be judged on your skin color, but on the contents of your character.
Wow, what a great line to go out on.
And for people like this that are complete morons, losers, and that have nothing to add to the world of any value, that's very scary for them because they know that they would end up losing. And
I'm so scared right now. Jesus Christ.
I'm black. I grew up poor, single mother household, and I'm not a criminal. Wait a minute. We have a black.
Whoa. Wait a minute. This guy says he's black. This guy says he's black in the chat. He's black. A black guy's watching me. He's black. I'm excited.
Person in chat that you grew up in a single household and you're not. Wait a minute. So you didn't rob the CVS?
Wait a minute. A black guy's here and he's saying that he likes me. A black guy's here. He likes me. A black guy likes me. He's saying that he likes me. A black man. That's what's happening right now. Just to be clear.
Oh, somebody better tell him about this. Holy shit, really?
Black guy,
wait, how did this happen? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. These people are so stupid. It's sad. It's genuinely sad what these...
Anyway, that guy's definitely not black, so who really gives a fuck? Either that or he just hates himself and he watches Asmongold the racist the whole day. Could you imagine being a black kid watching Asmongold, dude? Like, you must like actually... You must hate yourself so much. This guy tells you that you are just less than every second of the day, and you're just like, yeah, this is my streamer. It's my streamer. I really like spending my time with Asmongold telling me why me being black is just bad. without explicitly saying it, but dog whistling it over and over again. Yeah, it's my streamer. This is that's actually that's my Swemo. It's my Swemo.
These people are doing.
That's my god. Swemo. Oh my god, that's my Swemo. So no, thanks for the video, Asmongold. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. So ends the saga of this ends the Joe Bartolozzi saga here, but I'm sure we'll be back with more Birdman and Asmongold as long as like the Birdman keeps saying things about Asmongold that are like mean. Asmongold will watch it because he thinks that he can get an optic win. Like that's pretty much the entire thing is there. Just to be fucking clear. Let's keep it a stack with it. Let's keep it a stack. What the fuck's going on here? What do I do to get through here? Anyway, good video.